Shouldn't do that after physio. Very, very bad idea. Nobody wake Cal, exactly. All right. We have a squirrel cam. We have it somewhere. I've got a window to show people what's going on. The music continues, but I kind of like it right now. I wish they never canceled Incorporated. Oh. I didn't make it, though, did I, Devil? I mean, oops. Never mind. That's a show that's come and gone. I love those brothers, the guys who directed that. Just wrote and directed that. I just thought they did a fantastic job with Incorporated. Oh, yeah, it's... What do you mean, no robot? Oh, the robot. Dance? I realize as I do it that I've made a terrible mistake and I shouldn't be dancing with my arms. I should not be arm dancing. It's like a... All right. That's me dancing done. Those are me dancing days done. All right. Well, hello, everybody. Now that I've had a... No, I mean, I can. Oh, they go up. They come down. But then they do this horrible popping noise. And it's the tendons, apparently. So I've got these exercises where I have to put my shoulders back, put my head down. That's it. She gave me these other ones. She said, oh, try this exercise. And I was like, I can't do it. She's like, oh, why not? I was like, because I literally can't do it. She's like, oh, wow, we're going to go way back. So we're starting to do some very simple things. Apparently, as she thought was probably the case, I might have overdone it with my acting a little bit on the last show and strained my shoulders. So pathetic. Oh, my God. Elias Nice. It was a fantastic Valentine's Day. Thank you for asking. We actually decided to do something a little different this time. I didn't want to get her, I always get her flowers, and I always like get a little card and that kind of stuff, which is nice. But I wanted to do something different. Like I just, like, she deserves more than that, and me for that matter. So what I did was I drew her a little card. I've been trying to draw recently, and I have this new iPad, so I've been trying to do some drawing on that. And so I drew this little card. I don't actually have it, but I drew this little picture of Huzzah, our dog, with little hearts around it. It says, love you, and then on the inside it says, you too, Jane, because the joke in the house is that that basically the dog has become my one and only love. So that was so I did that for Valentine's Day, and then I said, like, let's just go down our local neighborhood, just go to a bunch of local stores and pick up like a really nice bottle of wine and some cheese, and just like we'll literally just go as if we were like a couple wandering through Paris, market in Paris, buying things for some kind of a fancy lunch. So we went and we got cheeses and little meats and pâtés and crackers and all this kind of stuff. And then we went home and we watched Notting Hill together, which is just ridiculous. Because I, like, to this day, as cheesy as that show, I mean, what a lame, cheesy movie. But it's so well done. And it gets me every time. So there you go. So we watched Notting Hill. And just had an absolutely lovely, lovely afternoon. My son came back and didn't know what to make of us, sitting there lounging on the sofa with a big glass of wine and a whole tray of different cheeses and stuff that we had laid out. It was just an absolutely lovely Valentine's Day. It was no silly presents or flowers or any of that kind of stuff. The reality is all of the flowers, I always get her orchids. And the reality is our orchids are doing so well. All of the orchids that I've ever got her, I have on a not that I've ever got her, the ones that have survived, which are few and far between. The ones that have survived, I have on a shelf in my room by the window. And it's like this perfect, like, orchid temperature for some reason, because they've all bloomed. So I've got all these beautiful orchids. I'm like, I can't beat those. So I'm going to just, went with that. Cheese, flowers. Oh, there's lots of cheese left over. Oh, my God. I had the most delicious sandwich today. I went and got a big crusty roll and split it open and threw on some Stilton and some pate and big, dollops of butter and some little bit of lettuce. So I felt better about myself. Had that for lunch. It was lovely, Gimpy G, how was your day of romance, Gimpy G? Did you go and hang out with one of the internet providers, some fine internet provider, to work on them? Hello, Devil Arrow. What are you up to? gifting 2 tier 1 subs to TechBandits. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, wow. Subatherics got a sub, and Devil Arrows gifted another one to Abaddus. Oh, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Is there anything else I've missed, by the way? Asursakat has followed. Thank you very much. Devil Arrows gifting all those subs, as I say. Very nice. 3 minutes ago, was it? It's War God 79. That's good to know they're following. Always nice to have a War God following you. Sober Dave has followed. Sober Dave. I'm basically Sober Dave too, but I make the odd exception now and again. And yesterday it was to share a very nice bottle of, I think it's an Amarone. It's like an Italian red that was like treacle. It was delicious. The real Gemini was 28 hours ago, so I think we're probably fine for saying thank you to that. Bit late on that, I would say. What do we got? Hello, David Hewlett. Or no, sorry, that's not. I thought it said Dr. Hewlett there. Hello, Senior Hewlett. Good afternoon. Alyssa LG, good afternoon to you. Good to see you here. Neutromancer, yoo-hoo, what's up? Did you receive a Baby Yoda-based gift? I did not. Did you, Kimpy G? Did you get some? Did Star Wars send you some Valentines? Super Dave Hewlett, Randy the Magic Man, harkening back to some of the Super Dave Osborne show on a Canadian show. First time chat from a viewer, Sober Dave, sending a little smiley face. Welcome, Sober Dave. You are welcome here. People will welcome you now because whenever someone, has the chutzpah to step in and say hello for the first time, then everyone always leaps on you and says hello. So everyone say hello to Sober Dave. Gippy G, Treacle, Sophisticated Yeppers. Yeah, Treacle, I don't really know much. Hey, Pac Mom. Hello, Bandits. There's no Bandits here yet. I'm been doing these sort of like pre-Bandits chats, and then I go into Bandits, and we'll start some Banditry later. But I just thought I'd like to get a little bit of hellos out of the way first there, because it does immediately become somewhat distracted as soon as the kids get involved. See, told you, Sober Dave. Everyone's already saying hi. That's what happens. How can I call you that? Mr. McKay? That's fine. Yeah, call me Mr. McKay. That's fine. I mean, or just Sir. Sir is fine with me too. Us distracted? Yeah, come on, XF Kirsten. What are you talking about? What was it, the 40 minutes? 40 minutes of signing off last time? I think it was 40 minutes. Okay, what do we got? Physio today. Oh, Pac Bomb. Oh, Pac Bomb. I feel like I'm a little worried about getting old in Canada because, we have this healthcare system, which is apparently going to pay for everything. First off, apparently it pays for everything, but I keep getting bills. So I don't know. So it doesn't always pay for everything, it seems. And I guess because there isn't a lot of incentive to spend money on stuff, things are a bit old and decrepit here, I find. I've been very lucky in that I haven't had to wait an awful long time for things, but even just things like getting medications renewed and stuff, I've struggled with how sort of archaic the system is. It seems a little worryingly random in its approach to healthcare. So I don't know, because my shoulders are still really bad, really, really bad. So there's this exercise I'm supposed to do. What was it? So the idea was I think I was supposed to have my hands like this. Was that it? Well, I can do it now. That's it. Okay, here I'll put the thing down so you can see it. So I was told one of my exercises was to take this. I was supposed to have something holding in both hands. And then I was supposed to at 90 degrees. And then I was supposed to pull my hand away. Can't do it. I can't even do it without like that's agony. And she kept saying well, if you feel pain, this is not about like working through the pain now. You have to listen to your body. And if it says pain, you're in pain. I said, well, I'm in pain. And she's like, oh, okay, so we can't do that. So she stepped back. She's like, oh, okay, you really are screwed. We're going to step back. So the only thing she's got me doing right now is shoulders back without too much. And then my neck goes down. And I'm supposed to do that like I can't remember what she said, like every few minutes I'm supposed to do that. So remind me to do that every so often. Someone should say just quick, what is it? One of my many chins to chest. I'm glad that you're getting better from your shoulder. Yeah, no, they're working on it. Let me know when you want to do mind hacks for learning. Ooh, Randy the Magic Man's got some mind hacks for us. I'm very good, Gervais. Thank you very much. Even in the U.S., we're still having waits. It's usually a 3-week wait for an appointment with a primary care doctor. I had to wait a few months for an appointment with a specialist. Oh, XF Kirsten, there was an article today about it. I can't remember what they said, but there is like for like serious operations, there are like we're looking at these ridiculous waits of like many, 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 many months, and in some cases, people have been put off for literally years for like cancer treatments and stuff. It's horrific, to be honest. I'm feeling very good because I at least took the. Well, I didn't take the incentive. My wife actually booked the appointment for me. See, that's what happens. See? Hear that? That's what happens. My arm moves, and then it pops, and that little popping sound is so painful that it's like almost like a ha. I feel like I've got Tourette's. Like I'm like, oh, let me have a cup of coffee. Ha! And Jane's always like, Gesundheit. I'm like, no, not a sneeze, just miserable. You know what? KPG's got the new quad stick. Oh, fantastic. I should really be using my quad stick yet. Jonathan MLH, good question about the CNC. I have, what I've done is I've cut out a couple of things to hold the coins to do even finer CNC stuff. And the most recent project for the CNC is I've just got an add-on for Blender, which allows you to use Blender as a computer-aided design software, as CAD software. And so I have the kids are playing Valorant and they want a jet knife is what they want. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to take an STL, which is a 3D printed file, like the actual digital file. I've cut it in half, so it's sort of a relief now. And I'm going to try to CNC that because I feel that might be a way of getting the Bratlet somewhat interested in the CNC side of stuff. So that is my next, shamefully, my next, my first really big CNC project is I want to figure out the workflow so that I could use Blender, Blender to CNC, just because Blender's free, and so I'm kludging that together right now, and then my first project, as I say, will be this knife. It's called Jet's Knife. It's kind of a cool looking. It looks like a little, almost like a combination throwing star and knife. Boy, this arm's going to get tired very, very quickly. Actual real Kells, not the fake Kells, but the actual real Kells has just subscribed. And I thank them very much for that. That's very sweet of you. Okay. Getting ready for some 3D printing. No, this is a CNCing, actually. Live stream the CNC cut if you can. Oh, that's a good idea. I can try. It's hard to live stream in the other room, but I wonder what I can do. I've also got to figure out, I'm thinking I should try. Has anyone tried this Twitter live chat thing? Where you go live and it's like a radio show only on Twitter. I think it sounds like a good idea. And I thought, what if I did that while I was walking the dog? Because I walk the dog for like 45 minutes to an hour every morning or afternoon, depending on how late it's going, how bad my morning's going. Today it was late. So I thought, what a great opportunity to just sort of like chat with people. But I want to try the technology out before I actually take it out on the road, because I don't want to be out on the road walking around with the dog trying to figure out how to control the Mutt Princess and the Twitter chat thing at the same time. So, Bromium 2048, subscribe with Prime. Thank you very much. Super Fraggle's waving at me. I gotta say, I love the Super F8 8 wave. That's very, very cute. Super Fraggle. I like that. You should totally do a live space. Is that what it's called? Live spaces? I've listened to a bunch of them now to get a sense of them. Most of the audio is terrible, and I don't know whether that's just because people are not using. I guess because they're probably going to do what I'm going to do, which is throw on a pair of iPods. What do they call them? Earpods? Ear things? Earpods or whatever. I don't know what the term is. I love them though. I could throw them on and see how that works. Wolfpup is very early. Wolfpup, I expect nothing less of you. Wolfpup, it's not early for you though, is it? Isn't it like 3:35 for you instead of 2:35 for me? Speaking of 3D printing, my students are loving the little mask holders our Florida 3D printing friend made me, David. Oh, good. We've got 2K and 95 masks that are over the ears versus behind the head, and those little 3D gadgets are the bomb. Aren't they the best? These are these ones that you put the mask on, and then you can sort of clip them around the back of your head, and it just, instead of going over your ears and knocking your glasses off and your your glasses off and your hearing aids out of your. Oh my God, I forgot to do that. Shoot. I lost one of my hearing aids and I have to go and make an appointment to replace it. Of course, they called me about 6 months ago to do that, and I haven't done it yet. So a hype train at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a bit early for that, isn't it? Gippy G, when you exercise regime is something I could do. You have issues, my friend. Gippy G. Yeah, it's true, Gippy G. I shouldn't really be complaining about my by arm movement, should I? Lexi K, subscribed for 21 months. Who knew? Well, I knew that I could talk for 21 months. That's never been a problem. Whether I make any sense or any use to anybody or any entertainment value, that's a whole other thing. I love this. I love that. I love this. This little hype thing. Thank you very much. Okay, so Gimpy G. We should talk anyways. Chin to chest. Chin to chest. You're right. Okay, so arms, shoulders back, but not too much. Sitting up straight. I can't see. I'm not sitting in my chair right. Okay, so I sit in the chair. Shoulders back. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. I was like, really? That's it? 1, 2, 3, done. I think I'm cheating too because I got so many chins and one of them hits pretty quick. Anyways, Discord's down. How do we do TechBandits today? What? What do you mean Discord's down? Discord's not working? What happened to Discord? I can't get it to work either. Maybe we locked out so David can shine. I probably just locked it up. Yeah, that's probably what it is. API problems? What is the deal? Discord's working in the UK. Okay. By the way, Jonathan MLH, if you find any good CNC things that I can do that aren't crazy complicated, that'd be fun to just good beginners ones. Here's the problem is I keep trying to dive into CNC projects. CNC meaning that the router cuts away at the wood or whatever it is you're using to make whatever it is you're trying to make. I usually start with way too complicated projects. So one of the things I like about this Jet's knife thing is that it's pretty simple. Let me see if I can show you a picture of Jet's knife. You can see what's going on. Oh, look, there's me on a little chat. Let's just get rid of that because we don't want to be using all that bandwidth. It's called Jet's knife. I think it's Jet's knife. I think that's what he said. At first, I was looking for a Jet knife, which I think is way cooler, frankly. All right, so this is Jet, and that's her knife. Okay, let's see if I can show that to you. A window source, a window capture source. Where is it? Jet's knife. There you go. Okay, so I need to move that up, upside, baby Judy. Okay, here we go. Is that it? Nope, that's not it yet. And then we're going to bring that up. Okay, so this is Jet's knife. And the idea was I thought, so again, you can get 3. I guess you want to get this down a little bit. The idea is I have a 3D file of it. So I could 3D print it without a lot of problems. Don't tell Baz that, otherwise you just say, just 3D print it. Stop messing around. But what I did was instead I cut it in half. So I took the whole 3D model, cut it in half. And then that way I could just get the CNC to just take it off out of a piece of wood. So I think that'd be kind of cool. But that's the knife we're looking at. All right. Discord isn't connecting for me. Lots of reports suddenly on down detector. Oh boy. First time chat from viewer Knox774. I'm actually watching Atlantis right now. Season 1, Episode 8. Cheers, David. I admire your work on Stargate. Well, Knox774, thank you for stepping away from Stargate to come and say hello. First time chat, everybody. Better say hi. Knox774 and a Stargate fan, no less. So, gotta send the love. Ow, my shoulders. I am as good a whiner as Rodney McKay, I'd have to say. Really, see, I went on to Discord and I had absolutely no problem. So am I missing something? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Vibe pop? Oh, let
Hello?
me turn this back on again. How's that?
Hello? I don't know.
See, it's working fine.
Yeah, there's a confirmed API issue.
A confirmed, what is it? Application programming interface? So, but I don't even know what that means. You mean like things that are using it outside of itself? Like things that are accessing it from somewhere else are a problem?
Like you can't log in easy. Like I'm on Discord TTV, so if you hear once in a while just if you hear this once in a while,
I'll know that you've been abducted by aliens.
no, that's me breathing.
You should really see a doctor about that.
No.
That just sounded pretty nasty. It was like, that sounds like me exercising or snoring. Apparently.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I have a fun swallow story, but then I forgot it.
Great. It was obviously really embedded deep in your brain if you've forgotten it already. API issues mean unexpected failures when hitting their web endpoints.
I rem-
Sort of understand that, but I'm not sure that I understand entirely.
I remember, but it's very funny.
What do you got?
That's all I have to say. So we had gym today, and only we tried to do 3 rounds of world domination.
What? What is world
World
domination?
domination. It's where you go in. There, you have like these 3 lives.
Mm,
So you basically get a hula hoop. You put 2 balls in the hula hoop, and
yeah.
then 3 pins, and then you're trying to throw the balls at other people's pins.
Oh, so you're trying to like knock down. So it's like cricket,
And then
only
when
with
you get all 3 of them out, like if I get knocked out in
right,
it, then I have to go sit down.
right.
Like if I get hit, I have to go sit down. But then if I hit an entire team's all of their things out, then it's basically like sudden death.
It's sudden death. So the next person who takes you down loses, wins. Well, the next person who
No,
gets taken down loses.
there's 6 different countries,
Mm.
and you basically have to take out all of them, and like once you hit all 3 pins and kill everybody in it,
Mm.
you get back. No, it's only when you take out all 3 pins or
This is the
kill all of
most
them.
I would lose this game just because I don't know what the hell's going on. So is this set
So
so you're in a gym, there's a bunch of hula hoops, and everyone has balls in the hula hoops. And pins.
Okay, so I'm just going to explain it a
Okay, go.
bit better.
Got it.
So there's
Yeah, because Jonathan
so there's
Malh is with me. They're like, I don't know what's going on.
there's a thing explaining like where the continents are, and then
We're the continents. Okay, got it. Yeah.
you need to go in and take out like all the different cities. I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, really?
And then so then you have to there's borders with
And do you
like
play a
other stuff.
country or something?
You have like a city, and you're in this like big area.
Huh. And so
So
your job as that city is to take out other cities and thus take over the
yeah,
world.
when you take out the other one, then you get to go and become the other one.
I see. Okay. So you assimilate them. Oh, wait a sec. Do you get to keep your old land as well?
Yeah, you keep
Oh,
both.
so it's like a giant. Hey, dog. Sorry, dog's walking by. She's usually very good about the camera. We'll probably just take a giant dump in front of the camera.
My
now.
dog came in, and I'm like, wait, can you see me?
The dog?
Like a
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
and
yes.
my dog came in,
But
and
of course,
you
Wolf
immediately
Pup.
said, "My dog."
Don't you read the fine text on your TechBandits, membership agreement? We don't actually have one of those,
No.
by the way. Yeah, so, same thing we do every gym class. Pinky, world domination. Pinky in the brain. So technically, you are incontinent. Oh, Bromian. Oh,
Okay,
bad.
I didn't finish it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
Go.
and then when everybody gets out, like you can go into your other cities after you catch them, and the goal of the game is to get all of the continents.
Right.
But when you get out, you just have to sit down, and then when you get out another pin, the first person to get out gets back in.
Huh.
And we somehow won that game when all of us we weren't really playing it. We were just like walking around talking, and then whenever we got balls, we just threw them.
How many people are playing? Like, how many people in your class?
2 different classes.
Together?
Yeah.
How big classes though? Oh, you're in New Brunswick now. They have big schools there.
Like in total, I'm gonna say there's like 50 people.
50? That's it?
Yeah.
That's like one grade here.
And then
That's not even one grade here. That's insane. Too strategic for gym. When we did gym, when did gym become so complicated? No, it's so true. We used to play just murder ball. We used to, you hit by the ball, you're out. That's it. Simple as that.
What I feel like it would be really fun is once you get someone out, they come and work for you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But then I just feel like they would be getting all the like athletic people on the same team.
That's not a bad idea though, because then they're not sitting around doing nothing. That was always my problem. I was always the first person to get taken out by anything, or the last person picked. So I was always like, you spend so much time not doing anything. I'd much rather have one where you could actually start, where you could actually like get sort of roped into other stuff. I prefer that. So like with Murder Ball, we used to just throw the ball at each other. If then you could join the other side, that would be fun. But then I
Like
guess you'd win much faster though, wouldn't you?
you'd win much no matter what.
Yeah. Actual assimilation. Yeah, exactly. We played that too. People would get very angry because they couldn't hit me. Anima confusa. It moves like a puma.
Oh, the funniest thing that happened there is I slid into the there was someone in my class. They were trying to go get the ball. I slid in, grabbed it, and then got them out.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Like I full on ran and slid, grabbed it, and then threw it at them.
All right. Let me see if this is supposed to. I've tried to do this thing. There's a whole thing about AI, and there's a whole bunch of different things we're gonna talk about. All right. So you saved the day in your incontinent game.
No, I just got someone out. Like we were the only ones who were able to win a fully completed game. It's because for some reason during the second game they just when the first two teams got out, they just immediately called it, and then because it was same teams,
right?
And we were doing really good in that one again. So then they just basically said, "This team, we need to split it up."
Because you're too good.
No, they just need to split us up. It's because everybody was just mainly talking.
Oh, I
and
see.
Just,
yeah, that was like us. We would just stand around talking the whole time. It was
we were talking, but we somehow still made it.
Well, so maybe it's a good maybe the communication was helping you. Maybe. All
no,
right.
we were just talking about video games.
Which ones? What are you talking about? You talking about Roblox? Do you hear about Roblox?
No,
There's a whole thing about Roblox being apparently the ripoffs the scams are getting huge, huge.
Oh.
Yeah. It's let me see if I can find it. Sorry, but who are you talking about? While I look it up.
We were just talking about GTA because me and my friend played it yesterday. So we were talking about how.
Why is GTA
next time,
back?
I don't know. My friend played it, so I just installed it so I can play with him. I wasn't expecting to be able to play GTA in a while, but I was.
But but this is PC version, not console.
Yeah, PC.
Right.
I'm loading into GTA Online right now.
Really? That's so funny because I don't think Baz ever got into the GTA stuff. Jane and I played it when we first got together. I remember playing a little GTA, not for long.
In GTA, I've just been being stupid with my friends.
Right. Well, that's sort of the part.
I'm not trying to go for money unless I'm playing by myself alone. It's because I was playing with my friend. We went to the airfield and we were just hitting each other with cars.
Really?
Because I shot him out of his car and then I just ran up with my car, hit him exactly when he spawned in.
Are you still playing Roblox?
No.
Not at all? Baz would play.
No, I haven't played.
Baz would play every so often, and I don't understand this term beamers. Do you not understand the term beamers? Roblox beamers?
I'm guessing they take accounts.
I guess so. Let me see what I wanted to find out about this. So, a player on a mega popular gaming platform that lets creators create their own games has at home Roblox for some reason logged him out of his account. He tried to log back in, but his password didn't work. Fortunately, he was able to reset his password and create a new one to log back in. But as soon as he did that, Roblox kicked him back out. They contacted Roblox. Someone had removed the email address from the account, meaning he couldn't prove the account actually belonged to him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Now, this happened to one of our tech bandits. This happened to Giraffe. Remember Giraffe Gaming?
No, he hasn't joined since I've been here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still in the Discord or not, but he did some streaming and stuff. I think he ran into trouble with someone. I think it was so lame. It was just a silly thing, where someone said "Oh, it's your birthday. Give me your account and I'll load up I'll give you some Robux or something." And of course, I don't know how they gained his trust, but he went okay and did it, and then they stole all of his money. Beam, there you go. Slang, Roblox slang for getting hacked and your item stolen. Wow. But they're saying it gets quite complicated here, and there's some stuff that's worth a fair chunk of change. I want to know how
Yeah,
much they're worth.
there's someone like bought $100,000 worth of Robux,
Hmm. So right now, one
and
Robux is worth 0.0035 cents. I guess American. That's what they're saying. I don't know what that works out. Someone's got to do the math on that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. And they also had this thing where they were running around turning everyone into like putting Trump hats and stuff on everybody. Remember that?
yeah,
That was pretty wild. I can't
I'm
get
being
this.
followed by a lot of scammers in Roblox.
Are you?
Yeah, they all got banned, so that's good.
So
Like
apparently,
I'm
it's
like
this
right now I'm being followed
.har
by
file. Yeah.
pardon?
Apparently, there's a .har file which has all of your information in it, and that can screw you over if they get a hold of that. I just have no sense of there must. I mean, I guess if you do it to enough people, you get a lot of money. Sorry, I'm so tired from this stupid.
I've no, like just the smallest amount of Robux you can buy is $5.
Hmm.
So
Oh, here
if
you
you
go.
just did it to someone like Dominuses are like more than $100 to buy one.
All right, check this out. So the Midnight Blue Sparkle Hat. Sparkle Hat's all right. Midnight Blue Sparkle Time Fedora sold for $13,605. That's
Robux
insane.
or dollars?
That's a good question. Is that Robux? Well, no, it's dollars. That's real dollars because it's out. It's on a whole different. It's on this Adderite site where you can actually sell stuff like a eBay type thing.
Why
Um,
would you buy that though?
wow. Whoa. Wow. Wait a sec. There was a Roblox online casino. $100 million worth of items. What? This is crazy. I have to read this article. Okay, I'll put the link in for people if they want to read it and learn about what the heck they're talking about. But so have you? You've never been scammed online though, have you, Wolf Pup?
Not that I can recall.
Uh,
I could,
you may not
I
know
could.
yet. What if you don't know yet? I'm trying to think if I've ever been scammed. I mean, definitely people have definitely tried to rip me off. Oh yes, I did get scammed. What am I saying? Someone got into my PayPal account. Not
I've
not
accidentally scammed someone in a Roblox game, not for Robux or anything, for
right.
items.
Right. Oh yeah. No, I think that happens
Like
a
an
fair bit, doesn't it?
in-game item, because if you clicked accept,
Hmm.
like, and then press cancel, you still got their items,
Right.
and they didn't get yours. So I just kept doing that.
Ha. Roblox. That's funny. So Alistair Brenton was saying that he's not a fan of that. Roblox has always struck him as one of those internet crap holes. It's funny. I loved the idea of Roblox because I love the idea that you were in control of making your own games and designing your own character and creating your own like sort of add-ons for stuff. So I've been quite intrigued by how far it's gone, and I used it way back when with a couple of kids for some just to give them some 3D design stuff. But God, okay, shoulders back, chin forward, and back up again. There you go. That's my exercise.
That's what I'm saying, David.
Yeah,
I can actually do your exercise.
Oh crap!
It's amazing.
Seriously, you could seriously do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I can do that. Head down. Okay, sometimes I can get it back up, but in this case, I just did. I'm outdoing you because I didn't cry. So
Yeah, the crying is probably a big part of it. How are you, Kippy G?
I'm good. How are you? How are you, woke up?
I'm good.
We got
Good.
Anthony Easy in here too, but he's lurking, just lurking, which is fine. You're lurking.
Hello.
Hey, Anthony, how are you, man?
Yeah,
Good.
Welcome to lurk if you want. But
yes.
what are you playing now, Anthony? What's the new game now?
Minecraft Dungeons.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually played that one. I want to start another. I think we should start a real TechBandits Minecraft server that has like different options on like have like set up a real kick-ass account that has lots of different versions. What do you think? Like ones with different mod packs and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Maybe have one that's open to everybody, another one that's just for TechBandits. I'd love one that can actually do gaming, like some of the stuff that has some of the stuff that like Hypixel has and stuff. I'd love to have like a couple like Bed Wars or something, your own Bed Wars.
If we're gonna want to mod it,
Hmm.
I think it's best if we got Origins
Origins.
mod.
Oh, really?
It's a mod that allows you to pick your origin, so you can like be a bird person or
Huh.
become an
already-
Enderman kinda.
We already did that.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
On our server?
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't up for long because like we didn't really play on it, but I played on that.
Yeah, nothing was for long. The server we kept on like, it was funny. They would like, people would play like really hard one day and then would disappear for like 3 months. And I go, okay, I guess I'll cancel the server. I cancel the server. And then next thing I know, Baz would have set up another server because his friends were back onto it again. So I thought maybe we should just have them for some people, the long haulers type thing. But I don't know. I just thought that could be kind of fun to have a place that people could like virtually hang out. Now, Gippy G, talk to me for a sec. So you've got your quad stick.
I did.
But do you have a computer to use it with?
No, but that's okay. I'll just put it. It works on the Switch as well. So, and that's
Oh, does
what. Yeah, and my nephew has a laptop, so we can program it to run various video game systems and my iPad. So,
Oh, okay,
we'll
that's
do
good.
that.
You can make it run your iPad as well.
Yes, via Bluetooth even.
Really?
It's amazing. Yeah.
So
Super
I
cool,
put
right?
this on my new iPad.
Correct. You have to have power to it. So you have to hook it into a hub that supplies power. But other
To
than
the
that,
USB
you're fine.
thing. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Because you got to power the Bluetooth somehow.
Right.
And
for-
then you also have to power the Switch if you're having that plugged into it.
no, because
It's only using Bluetooth.
it's run. Let me think how that's running. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used undocked Switch yet.
Right.
So we'll have to see how that goes.
Baz just
It
got a whole
probably
bunch
does.
of new controllers for his Switch because whenever he has his friends over, there's never enough controllers, and I'm always like, you let them play. And this way, he doesn't have to let anyone play because they can all play together. I think
Right.
that's the plan.
Well, and plus, with the thumbsticks going out like they do, you probably need that many anyway, just to find one that works.
Oh, do they go out? Is that?
Oh goodness, it's called drift.
Oh,
Like
really?
you just let go of the stick, and your guy will just keep running in one direction
Oh, really?
or spinning.
I
Yep.
think I'll just blame that. That's the reason why I can't play it very well, GamePGs, because there's a lot of drift
Yeah,
on the one that
that's
I have.
what it is. You always get the back
Probably.
control.
Did you see that? Sorry, guys, complete aside. But did you see
Go
that
ahead.
Magic the Gathering game that I played?
I did. How? Gee whiz!
Have you
500 and some.
ever had
Five-
anyone get that high on their life totals?
I gotta admit, if I'm getting thrashed like that,
Yeah.
I'll just like graciously say good game and quit.
No.
But not my
no.
friend.
I'm gonna make them earn it. If someone's thrashing me that much, they're like, and they just kept going, right? Like I had to scroll. I didn't even know you could do this. I had to scroll to the side of my iPad to see how many people they had. But you had to do that for me too. I had like a ton of people as well. But yeah, I was like, okay, no, you want to keep going? I'll keep going. I just thought on the off chance that maybe they get bored and leave, and then I'd win. But they didn't. They thrashed me mercilessly. But it was just kind of fun to watch them get, their life total went up to, just so everyone knows, the life total went up to was it 405 or 504?
No, it was 514 or something.
514.
504.
It was huge. Crazy game.
Gee whiz! I really want to show you some of my decks. I built one I called Ghost Busted. It's
Oh.
all spirits stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we should certainly play for sure. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, as I just die. All right. You've got the quad stick. I wanted to ask you something else. Oh, right. Lawrence. I mean, I
Yes.
think Lawrence has finished his businessy stuff now, but he was saying that he needed video of how the mouse worked and how he wanted it to work. But maybe it's better just to talk to him.
That's what I could do video. I was thinking I'll do a top down so you can see range of motion, a side, and a front.
Actually, you know what?
Just to get
It
it-
would be fun
yeah.
even just for me to see that too, because then I could laugh at how bad
Right.
you are at using it.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, how similar our hair lines are.
Yes, it's true. From above? Yeah, the from above.
Oh,
stuff.
yeesh.
Yeah.
Like now I know why girls only take selfies like in their lap.
Well, they can also they like to do, the hair people now like to do this little powdery stuff. Have you noticed? Have you seen that?
I saw something like that
It
before.
basically
Yeah.
they called it something like, and I was like, you know, you can call it whatever you want. It's basically just that spray on hair.
Yeah,
If
it's
they
like
want,
iron filings for your head.
yeah, I don't even need it because the reality is I was sweating so much that I would anything that they put on me was just flowing off, shall we say?
Did you see Rudy Giuliani doing that during a speech?
That was that's me basically.
Yeah, he was like
he's my
melting.
fashion coordinator now. I've just got him. You've got him consulting on
Yeah.
on all of my hair fashion stuff. How is my volume, by the way? I think I've hit
It's
my.
very good. Well, for me, I'm on Discord though.
Well, if
I
you,
found another game. They found another game.
What do you
Look
got?
this up. You ready? Earthbound. Inbox, all the instructions, everything.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Just slow down, Gippy G. I keep it. You know, don't forget I don't have the use of my arms. What's it called?
Yes, yes.
Earthbound.
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 Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, here's the other thing I've discovered.
Yes.
That computers are the worst freaking thing for your arms and shoulders and wrists. And
Is it because they're just hanging there?
They're just no. They're just like the shut up. They're just they're no. They're just the carpal stuff. If you have any issues in your arms and you use computers, it makes everything worse. Earthbound Beginnings.
No, that's a new one. It's just Earthbound. You look up pricing. It's really nice. If I had it graded, it'd be worth a ton. That's one really nice thing about being disabled. You're very good on your toys. You know,
is this
you're
the
not jacking them
Nintendo?
up.
This is your Nintendo game,
Correct.
and what's it worth?
$2,600.
Holy crap!
That's what. And if you get it graded, it can be up to 7,000.
And if anyone wants to rob you, he can't move, so you could walk right in there
There
and
you
grab
go.
them. You know what I mean? It would just
There
wouldn't
you
be a
go.
problem.
I am open to any kind of assault too, so keep that in mind.
But be careful. He has a tendency to set people on fire. It's just you could
Exactly.
leave on fire. And are you gonna? But I asked you this before. Are you gonna sell them though?
Oh, no. I mean, if something really bad happens, yes. But like I said, I'm kind of I take
Sorry,
this
define
weird pleasure.
really bad for me.
Like no food, I guess.
Oh,
or,
okay, all right. If you get to the point where,
Like-
yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, because my hope is to get back in and then put these things up, so they're on stream.
Well,
I get all the nerd clout.
yeah. See, that's the thing that I've noticed this thing where I've got all these collectible things, not like collectible things, but just like fun little things that I've got from a show or whatever. All I do is put them in boxes and put them away for safekeeping, and I'm like, what's the freaking point of having these things if you can't put them up somewhere, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
so I gotta figure that out. I mean, they did. This is me turning and pointing up there. So that's my face from season 2 and 3 of C, and the makeup folks were so sweet. They built this little box for it. They put it in. It's just such a smart way
my.
of presenting that stuff, right?
And David loves having representations of himself up in the house.
Of course.
So,
I mean, if I had
yeah.
my own way, it would just be mirrors everywhere, really.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
oh, there I am again. Hello. Oh,
Look
hi.
at you.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Aren't you handsome?
Aren't I just? Okay. So you're going to do a video for us basically showing how you use this. Actually, it'd be fun for everyone to see anyway, so they can see before and after to see how the AI works to fix things.
Is it okay though if we do speak with him, because I'd like to give him tips so we're not reinventing the wheel.
I'd like you to put in.
On some items.
I'd like to put you in touch with him anyways, because there's just something silly about me talking to him about a second. The only reason why I haven't yet is because last week he was really busy. I just want to make sure that he's not swamped before I start.
Yeah,
Throwing Gimpy
that would
G.
be excellent.
I don't before I start throwing Gimpy G at him.
Does everybody else know what we're talking about
I don't think so.
on chat? So Google is going to try to use AI to make a new type of head mouse rather than, to me it seems like this, I may be incorrect, but rather than observing, say, a reflective dot or using the Nintendo infrareds, it's going to use AI to see your face position and then interpolate that into movement.
Oh, really?
or mouse mute.
No, that's
That's
interesting because I was thinking it was just going to take what you had and make it smarter. So it go so instead of
okay. Maybe okay.
or both.
That would be interesting.
Could be both. Oh, wait a second. I got a message from Cal. Oh boy. Cal's apologizing in advance that she can't make it today's stream. What do I think my response should probably just be like you suck? You suck. You suck. And we are no longer friends. There you go. That's just to make her not feel guilty.
Yeah. Just to let her know it's all copacetic.
That's good. Yeah. There you go. All good. So you suck and we are no longer friends. That's just so everyone knows that, the Cal once again has let us down.
Did you ever watch the movie Brimstone and Treacle?
Oh yeah. That was creepy. Not for kids. Not for kids.
Not for kids.
It is.
Not for kids.
Oof.
Believe it or not, I had this whole, because I watched it when I was a kid. And I was like, that's how I'm going to walk.
Oh God, by sleeping with Sting.
With Sting.
Of course, the problem is he's now got to a point where he probably believes that. He seems to have got kind of eccentric in his old age. All right, and sleeping with I don't think is the right term for that one.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. Okay, Earthbound is cheap in Japan though. It's probably cheaper to travel to Japan to go and buy it. Okay, Game Manager, let's do it. Let's go to. I really want to go to Japan.
It's not in English though, so meaner.
Thankfully, Gimpy G's here to keep things mature and
that's right.
All right. Well, what are other people using for that? What other people use for controlling their games? Wolf Pup, what are you using to control your games? Do you have any fancy mice or anything? What do you use?
Corsair Harpoon.
Corsair.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
It does sound really good. Can I have a look? I want to look that one up. Corsair Harpoon.
Does it got lots of extra buttons for your thumb?
It has 2 extra buttons on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but it's kind of sleek
yeah.
looking though. It's kind of simply sleek. I would have to say.
It's small for hands, so you're not constantly clenching your hands as you play.
It's not crazy expensive either. It's only $50.
With
I have the Corsair Harpoon RGB.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously that helps with your FPS.
Of course. Yeah. Like LEDs make everything better, right? This microphone sounds so good. Why? Because there's LEDs in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Corsair Harpoon RGB Pro FPS, and it's like $50. It's great. Okay.
Nice.
Listen, is it wired or wireless?
The wireless would be bad.
Is that just?
You have wires yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just wonder if that was the sound of Wolf Pup, seeing if there was a cable.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a silence of him checking
out. Let me just check.
It does have a cable. I was texting my friend and my brain just zoned out.
Okay, Wolf Pup, you're not allowed any other friends. It's like TechBandits are your only friends now, right? We're like a cult.
That's in the contract.
We're thinking we should just become a cult, and you shouldn't be allowed to talk with anyone else. Okay.
Google gobble. Google gobble.
We're not. Google gobble. Google gobble.
Google. That's something else I forgot to do today. I was in the post office. Well, I was in the drugstore that has a post office attached to it, and I was going to ask the lady there how the heck I mail out these coins. What's the cheapest way of mailing out coins?
Okay.
I got to figure that out. Okay, Jet's knife. Roblox is Roblox isn't screwing anyone over. Just that it is amazing how it's like the hacker thing. How no matter what you build, no matter what you do, there will be someone who will try to hack it and use it in a way that you hadn't planned or that it shouldn't be used in.
Right. Like the atomic energy thing.
Well, see, it's funny. I was listening to this. This TEDx tech podcast thing. It's kind of fun. They just do they basically pick out a couple of little tech subjects from recent TED Talks and they smash them all together into even shorter bits so that people like me can sort of listen to them while they're walking the dog. And they were talking about AI, and they were saying how this guy felt that AI was going to solve a lot of problems, including personal nuclear energy.
Oh.
Yeah. And because the dream back in like the 60s,
What
right?
was that about then?
Yeah,
What
a
was that?
personal for-year house.
Who've we got?
Oh, Mom has difficulty eating,
Oh, okay.
so
Is Mom with you?
yes.
What happened? I thought Mom was in like had her place, like a place.
We'll say COVID.
Again?
Yeah, the whole Omicron thing.
But we're just opening up. We've just decided we've decided it's over.
Yeah, we're doing that now too. Yeah, we just got that call, so
So just let them go. If it's gonna get
try
you,
and be free.
if it's gonna get you, it's gonna get
Oh,
you type
yeah.
thing.
That's a fun topic to talk about on TechBandits.
Well, what do you got?
That-
What do you got?
How schools and like with Omicron,
How are
How
schools
do
dealing
we-
with Omicron?
it's different. For sure. That's all I can really say without.
Do you get a lot of people not showing up, or people getting sick at school and stuff right now?
Yeah, every week so far, my friend hasn't been there.
Really?
Like every,
Are they
like
okay?
at least, yeah, they're good. Just at least one day every week they haven't been there.
And is that like a mental health day, or is that because they've got an Omicron based thing? Wait a second. Is it Omicron or is it Omicron?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Omicron.
Omicron? Okay, all right. I say it wrong all the time because it's just so much fun to say. I just keep thinking of the Chuck Norris movie, The Octagon.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Wait, is that the one where he gets his chest hair pulled out? No, that's a different one.
Did that ever happen?
Yes, it's awesome.
He's
He was
always
a
got
side
chest hair.
character.
Really?
I think Bruce Lee grabs 2 hands full of chest hair and goes, yeah, and rips it out.
That would be it. He would win the fight. He'd have it. So it's Omicron. Omicron.
No N.
There's no N? It's
Okay.
Omi, not Omni. Okay. It's a Greek letter. I know, but that doesn't help me much, Hank.
That assumes education.
That assumes that I stayed for the whole of high school.
Yes.
A lot of people have the G502. What's that? I want to look that up now. Sorry, that's a mouse. I've gone back in the chat. Oh boy, I'm using my keys. Gippy G. I've already forgotten what I'm looking up because of the pain. Gippy, you wouldn't understand what it's like to just not be able to move your arms like this.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
It's so limiting.
I mean, I wish people just understood that the world is not designed for people who can't move their arms.
Right. Why
Okay.
can't we walk a mile in your shoes
know,
or whatever it is
really.
we're doing? Yeah.
Gippy, you've got to stop thinking about yourself all the time, Gippy, and start thinking about me. Okay.
I really like the 1970s One Flew Over the
Oh,
Cuckoo's Nest.
did you see that thing?
Yeah.
This was the okay. I should show people this. This was the thing. I've never. Okay, just let me set the stage for you though. I've never been to physiotherapy ever in my life, ever. I didn't even know what physiotherapy was. I had to look it up. Okay, and then they wheel this. They wheel this. They go, hi, you're here for your 9:15? And this, of course, was at 10:15 because I've been sitting around for an hour because for some reason they could somehow be an hour behind, even though they probably start seeing people at 9. They were absolutely lovely, I should say, but there are too many people. They're trying to see too many people in too little time because that's the way it works here in Canada. So here you go. This is what they wheel in.
America too, buddy.
Is it? Okay.
It's terrible.
This is what they wheel in to into the room. The other thing that they do is she says, okay, so she goes, I want you to put your arms up like that. And then I want you to open them up like that. Well, so I open this one up and it goes and it hurts, but I can do it. I can't do the other one. She goes, well, why not? I said, because there's a fucking wall there. Like literally the room was so, I'm not allowed to, shoot, I'm not supposed to swear. I've got TechBandits. Wolf Pup, you didn't hear that. Strike that from the record.
Yeah.
I don't swear. I'm wholesome in every way. So
there's a big oopsie wall.
But the room is so small that a grown man can't put both arms out without hitting the side. Right?
There was a grown man there with you too?
Yeah.
No wonder there was still
there was. Gimpy G, how do you mute on Discord? I'm kidding.
You have to go to the server and then you have to You have to right click on his name, and then you can
I can
click
right
server
click,
mute.
and then I can go, oh, look, I could do disable video. I can mute. Can I report ban? Oh, you can
Yeah,
ban. I can
report
kick
for
him.
harassment.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gimpy, when I click this kick Gimpy God, does it hurt? Do you feel
No.
anything?
I-
Just that.
No, I cannot feel.
Kick doesn't work. Kick doesn't work at all. Kick's a ripoff. Okay. So yeah, that was my wonderful experience. Now I'm going to show you an ad for some kind of a, what is that sandwich? Now I'm hungry. Okay, so that was that's what happens. They wheel that machine in, and I'm like, what the hell? So I have to make a confession. I bought one. I liked it. I liked it so much that I bought one. Except that the one that I bought is about like this big. It's about 1/100th the size and runs on a 9-volt battery.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked like that one, the one you were on, ran on diesel or something.
I know. It was like, it was literally clubbing seals in order to keep it keep it going.
Generate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought it's called a TENS machine or something.
Oh, you know what? Barnacles has been talking about those.
Oh, really?
And how well they work.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot. I should have asked him. I just got the one that got the best ratings on Amazon.
Yeah, no, he's big into that. That's been helping his back.
Anima Confuser says that if David threatens to ban someone, it means that he really likes them. He likes me. He really, really likes. And that's me banning them. Wait a sec. Oh, I've used those. Works great for my back. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to put them on my shoulders, and then I'm going to wire 2 9-volts together because I want the maximum power. Right?
Dude, my mind is like screaming all over, wondering how you did this to yourself. And I'm only seeing you like being hung by your wrists and people feeding you and then rats crawling on you. I don't know.
There was a lot of things.
There was a lot of things.
The reality is they didn't really do it to me. Like, you don't have to. There was a lot of I think I acted myself into injury. It's an acting injury. They said, "Is this a workman's comp thing?" And I was like, "I guess," but it's not like I'm going to go. I'm not going to blame them for my overacting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just plug myself in. You know what I should do? Oh my God! I should try to see if there's a way of like wiring the thing up so that people on the stream can control it.
Oh, you don't want that.
So like while I'm streaming, it'd be like whenever GPG wants my attention, it's just like my arm twitches. Oh my God! Please say hello to my horrible sister. My head hurts. Alyssa and Alyssa's sister, who I'm guessing is a littler sister. Hello. That's all I got for you. What else do you want to say?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Head hurts. Let me just tell you that I haven't had a headache in like 2 weeks because I'm on Advil and every 8 hours I take my maximum Advil, maximum Tylenol at the same time. That's what I'm doing. There you go.
Damn, buddy.
Do send my love to your sister, Alyssa, and to yourself for that matter. Okay. The raise David's hands, not ours. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Has anyone got a question? I don't. It's just the thing going on. So I got that, and I also got these like exercise band things. I'm supposed to they're basically just like rubber sheets. You're supposed to pull the rubber sheets. So I got those. Actually, Gimpy, have you ever done the TENS machine?
I don't believe so.
I wonder if you'd enjoy it.
I don't know. Most of my problems are orthopedic, like well, as far as the pain goes. Like I have bolts and screws and some kind of wiring wrapped around 2 rods that go up and down my spine.
I wonder how that would respond. I wonder how that would respond to a 9-volt battery. Maybe not good.
Probably okay. Maybe I can regenerate more energy become the perpetual energy thing.
That's true. We could be powering your homes with a Gimpy G. You just like slap one of those suckers on the side of your house and they just power it for ages.
Right.
Yeah.
I might be cold fusion. We don't know.
That's it. I mean, but is it worth the worth the trouble is the question. Like, because you'd also have to listen to Gimpy G talking the whole time.
Right. I would then become important.
From outside. From outside.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God, the Gimpy G is making a lot of noise tonight. Something about tired, hungry, and cold. Okay. There was some other news I wanted to talk about. Oh, right. Have you seen these photos of the crater on Mars. This beautiful. I can't quite get over it. Like
No, was it?
okay, it's an old. It's like
Yeah.
it came out like I don't even know when. Oh no, it came out yesterday. Never mind. It's like a. It
So
was like
long
a.
ago.
It was like a Valentine. Shut up. It was like a Valentine's from space. That's what it was like. Let's see if I
Okay.
can find it. Look at this thing. Okay. Oh yeah, no, wait a sec. Yeah, the photo is from 2018, but for some reason on the 14th they decided to show it to me. Let me give you this. Okay, so this is it, and it's just I just think it's beautiful. Like I sort of can't get over it. Can I zoom in on it?
Not seeing it yet, but I'm
Hang on,
behind you. a
I'm
bit.
trying to. Oh, there we go. So, and then of course there's another ad. Oh, lots of ads. Let's do this. Okay, so it basically looks like the villain's lair in was it Doctor No or one of the what was the one where in a rather racially
Doctor Who?
no this like Doctor No it was like a Bond movie where he get this he has surgery to become Asian and then infiltrate this lab. It's like talk about like you're like oh my god we just had it all so wrong. And of course, all the villains had some kind of a disability of some sort as well. But all their labs were very accessible.
Were they?
They were all accessible, though.
Wow.
Highly accessible.
Like,
labs.
remember Jaws? He had a problem with his jaws.
He had
He
problems
turned
with
that
his teeth.
into a benefit. He
Exactly.
could bite people to death.
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah, I remember
That's
that.
handy capable right there.
There was a in the book that I'm listening to right now, the Tokyo Underworld. They talk about the guy who played
Yes.
Odd Jobs. Remember Odd Jobs? The guy with a hat that he would throw, and it was
Yes.
it was like a metal hat that could chop your head off.
Wasn't Hervé Villechaize in that too?
Was he? I'm not good at names.
I think he was.
Well,
Do you know who that is?
no.
Tattoo from Fantasy Island?
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Was he a
Yeah.
villain in that as well? Or
Yes.
of course he was.
And he, in real
Anybody
life,
who
he
looked
was
different,
like
villain.
crazy.
Oh, was he crazy?
Well, I guess he like always carried a knife and was prone to pull it out. Interesting
Jesus.
things, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Which leads us to Mars.
Yeah.
So European Space Agency took this photo of this ice-filled Korolev crater, and there's something about it. It looks like, as I say, this James Bond base in a volcano, and it was like a pretend lake, and the lake would open up, and then missiles and crap would come
Yeah.
out of it. So it looks like this, except it's snow covered, and it's
See, what is that? Carbon dioxide? Or
well, this is it. It's on another. It's filled with ice. Like so. Like it's okay. What do we got? Two things in great
It can't
abundance:
be water, right?
ice and well, it's got to be, doesn't it? Isn't that? I thought it
don't-
was.
I don't know. I don't know if it has the atmosphere that would allow it to.
Pure snow. There's a portion of
Pure
pure snow, and there's a portion of pure dust. Let's see what it says here.
I'm so curious.
Okay. Snow with 0.015% dust. Ancient snowfall.
Okay, I guess.
Some of the ice is thought to have been formed by snowfall millions of years ago, including that in the mid-latitudes of the planet. In particular, there is the ice dug up by the Phoenix Mars lander in the Martian Arctic in
Wow.
2008. That ice was formed by dusty snowfall sometime during the last million years.
Wow.
Like, that is freaking crazy. But I
bet
don't.
you that would be one gnarly snow cone.
But it's a good point. So liquid. Okay, to be sure, that is an extended possibility. Since liquid water, even small amounts could potentially help sustain microscopic life. Obviously, that's a big thing. At the present,
Yeah.
it isn't known yet whether the ice really does melt or not. So the researchers want to analyze additional ice deposits. How dark the ice is directly influences how warm it gets. Bottom line, researchers at 2 universities in the U.S. have found that dusty ice on Mars might melt into centimeters just below the surface. The liquid water produced could potentially support microscopic life. And
Oh
that
my
was,
goodness.
so they discovered this a while ago, but I just thought, for some reason, that image was so, I don't know, there's just something absolutely stunning about it for me. And I guess
Yeah.
just the idea that it was on another planet, just the way that the clouds, I don't even know if it's a real, I mean, took this stunning view of the ice field. Like, it feels like, doesn't feel real to me. Like, it feels like I'm being, pwned somehow.
Oh, are we being hoodwinked?
We got a first time chat, Gimpy G.
Nice.
And I got to say,
Which one?
fantastic
Alyssa
name.
LT?
Twisted
Alicia.
Triffid. Twisted Triffid.
Ooh.
That is a great name. Everybody, welcome Twisted Triffid. First off, just because they have a fabulous name, 7:25 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. So guess what? Guess what? Someone is having a fantastic start to their day because they get to watch me.
Exactly.
Yep. Sitting in my car watching this. David, please tell me to get out of my car and go to work. No, Twisted Triffid, stay with us. What's a living? What do you do for work? And then we'll tell you what to do. Let's find out what Twisted Triffid does for a living. Is that the one with the vomit-inducing rotating spaceship? What? Oh, Wolf's Den is asking. I just watched the movie Mission to Mars yesterday. Mission to Mars. Oh, God, that was terrible. Mission to Mars.
Which one was with the potatoes? The
Wait a
Martian.
sec.
I like that.
Oh, I love The Martian. That was called The Martian. That was a great... Actually, that's a great book. If you want to read a great book, that's a great book to read. I got to say.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like nerd fiction. It's not even like... It's not even like fiction. It's like someone's just gone and tried to write a sciencey approach to...
Probable science
Yeah.
fiction or something. Yeah.
Science teacher, Twisted Triffid, get the hell out of your car and go and change the future. What are you doing watching us for? Oh my God, Twisted Triffid. Oh my God, I wish I had a science teacher called Twisted Triffid. Can you imagine?
Math teacher here.
Math teacher.
Saying.
That's true. Or a math teacher called... Could you imagine if you had Gimpy G as your math teacher and Twisted Triffid as your science teacher? You'd be a freaking genius. Well, Twisted Triffid, I'm just going to say... Yeah. We love you because like that's what this is all about. This whole TechBandits thing is just about like, keeping kids curious and trying to I guess deal with my continued love of lifelong learning stuff. I just think it's just there's so much stuff to know, and I think it's amazing that you're teaching kids.
Do we know what age group or?
Oh yeah, what is your? Yeah, that's true. Though he's got to go to work, or she's got to go to work. He or she has to go to work. Whoever they are.
Yes.
Not even Gimpy G could have made Anima Confusa a math genius, says Anima Confusa.
I could have, Anima. I really could.
It's not hopeless. There's no such thing as someone who's bad at math.
With David one day, you'll see.
Bad teaching, that's all. Together they make Twisted G. Yeah, Twisted G's pretty good. That's good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My license plates actually said Gimpy G. When I was teaching.
Until they burned up.
Kids loved it. Until they
burned it
melted.
Up. Oh!
They literally melted.
There's another first-time chat. Batwin. There's some great names today. Batwin. In Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, the actor playing Bruce Lee uses a TENS machine on his abs in... Oh, yeah. I saw that. A lot of the stunt guys use them as well. But
now I know what it is. Okay.
I just want to say that sounds like a kind of like racist movie if they make the... I don't know how to explain it. It's
Go ahead.
just...
Which movie?
Which one?
That's how I just was this whole time I've been thinking about the one where the guy becomes Asian.
Yeah.
No, yes.
That's what we're saying. It was crazy racist. It was like, it's amazing to go back and see some of the old movies that we grew up with and realize that they are sexist and homophobic and racist and ableist and like everything. Like, if you wonder why all old white guys should be canceled, it's because look at the stuff we had to watch growing up. I mean, we were just like, talk about systemic. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Wolf Pup, is that we watched these movies. We didn't think anything of it. Didn't think anything of it at all. And then you look at them now and you're like, oh my God. So.
Charles Bronson was like a major, he played Native Americans a lot.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't think he had any ethnicity other than white in him.
Yeah. Well,
what was that? Oh, that detective.
Well, Lawrence of Arabia too. Same. Not Lawrence of Arabia. What's his name? The guy who played that was always. I mean, they literally just painted white guys' faces dark and said, "Oh, yeah, Peter Sellers, for God's sake." Peter Sellers in The Party.
Andy Rooney, or no, Mickey Rooney.
Mickey
did that once too. It was really bad.
Oh, there's some terrible stuff out there. I mean, there's just I mean, look, I look back at stuff that I did even when I was in my 20s, like film stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, like all sorts of date rapey kind of stuff, which was just seen as like Well,
Oh, yeah.
like it was just bizarre. I was gonna look something up. I can't remember what it was now. Damn it! This is what happened. This is what happens when your brain
Wait.
gets old.
I know what it was.
What?
You're going to look up the connection between Triffids and NFTs because I see that as being a big money maker.
Oh my God! The NFT thing has got kind of crazy right now. I've got to say.
It's got insane.
When you've got Paris Hilton and whatever that moron is who does the show, the night show. Is it Fallon?
Something.
Is it Fallon?
Fallon.
Is that the one? Was it
Yep,
him?
Yep.
Oh my God!
Comparing monkeys.
It was disgusting. I saw the clip and I was like, oh, these are just like out of touch freaking millionaires. Oh, like trying to pump their own stuff. Oh, it's horrible.
They're calling it a greater dummy scam. It's and I guess that goes way back. Do you remember when I think Barnum said there's a sucker born every day,
Right. Yeah.
And so these kind of scams really rely on somebody stupider than you to get involved. So that you can, somebody you pay $50 and you need somebody now to pay $100, that kind of thing.
Right. Well, that's
as far as the scam part.
Oh, I've got something you should watch then. Have you watched the Tinder Swindler?
Oh, I want to so bad.
It might. To be honest, a lot of it I think was lost on me because I never did Tinder, so I don't really know what the deal is. Wait a sec. By giving them, was this it? I don't know if this is the right clip or not, but I won't share the clip because I don't know if it's the right one. All right, so there's that. There was that. All right, where were we? Sorry, what were we talking about? I had
Let's see,
things pop
Tinder
up.
Swindler.
Yes, Tinder Swindler.
Yes.
Yeah, Tinder Swindler is basically a Ponzi scheme, right? And the idea is
Okay.
that he would basically borrow money off one woman to pay for the luring of the next woman type thing. And my response to it was classically sexist, patriarchal. My first response was like, "Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing giving that idiot money?" And then as it goes on, you start to realize that, that people like, if it's done right and you do the right research on people, you know who to, this guy was anyways, you should it's on Netflix, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, use your new quad stick and fire up the old Netflix.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it. I like it. I can just watch it on an iPad.
Untidy Tech says, I work in cybersecurity. Idiots keep me employed.
Yeah.
There you go.
My brother, I remember I told you he was in prison for like 20 some years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he always had a gals writing him. Yeah. So it goes beyond, there's something weird there. I don't know what it is.
There was a great scene in Peacemaker where he laments.
Oh, I love that.
Where he laments. I don't want to do any spoilers, but he's lamenting life choices that he made, and one of them was that he wishes he'd got together with what he called an ugly woman in prison, so that she could look after things for him while he was in the can type thing. And and he just goes, "Oh God, it's such a great show." I mean, it's so inappropriate.
He says are awesome.
It's so inappropriate.
But it's done knowing it is.
Oh yeah,
it's not being said like it's appropriate.
Oh no,
it's out of touch.
Yeah, he's a white supremacist. I mean, it's horrendous. I mean, or raised by a white supremacist, and he's struggling with this world that he's in right now, and it's just, oh my God, I'm not sure that it's a Tech Bandit. I wouldn't recommend it to Tech Bandits probably, but because you'll probably just be like, that cancel the guy. But it was, I found it kind of fantastic. Yes, Eagly does rock, Bromium. It's true. Eagly rocks. Wait a second. Why do I see? Okay. Wait a second. So I see different things. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I was saying I see. Oh God. Oh, wait a second. Let me do my exercise. My exercise being shoulders back without too much, and then Head down. And head back up. What if I turn sideways while I'm doing it? Does that help? I don't know if that does anything. How much?
I'm curious about the nature of your injury. Like, what is
It's
broke?
called. I think it's stupidity. I think I've snapped the stupidity tendon. No, I've basically. So when I act, I tend to like I'm always in peril whenever I work. Any roles I've ever played, I'm always like one of that guy who's like about to get killed or is about to kill someone, or I'm literally always hunched up, right? Always. And then when you take that hunched up acting and you shove it in a little tiny tunnel, and then you crawl around in these little tiny tunnels for weeks on end, pretending to be incredibly tense the whole time. It turns out it inflames the muscles and they stop pulling through the things they're supposed to pull through very well. So
Okay.
Oh, and
so
the confuser just cracked their neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he'll die. He's
don't-
of a certain age. His head will just pop off.
It's true. It's very true. Is there a plan to get the terrors using all that
Michael?
kit of David's, or is it yet another lockdown in Canada? We're still kind of locked down here, to be honest. There's not a lot of people who are happy to get together. Although that said, I think I could convince Bag of Chips, Ham, and Lord Chunky. I could probably persuade them. Maybe I could get Raccoon Noodle in as well. But Raccoon Noodle goes to. Sir, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I just want to say you have to come 16 hours for that.
16 hours?
Yeah.
Is that how far
What?
away you are?
Yep.
Well, just start driving. I mean, no, you'll have to be like our virtual assistant. You'll have to be like on a screen somewhere. Let's go to Wolf Pup. What does Wolf Pup think? Point the fire extinguisher at the CNC. That would be your job.
The base of the fire.
The base of the fire at the base of the fire. It's turn the machine off before more of David is sucked into it. That's probably that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That would be your job. We've seriously been uptime. We're already an hour and 22 minutes in. Holy crap.
Wait, what?
What is it about talking on these streams that fills me with
It's so nice.
Isn't
I
it?
miss you.
It's weird.
Yep.
I really missed it. Well, I was like, I was having so much fun, and I didn't think of any of you even 1 second. But I still might have a little bit because I actually it was one of the things I was most excited to come back to was to come back to streaming again. You know what I mean? Because
I'm just quickly gonna cut in and just quickly say I have to go have food and it is hamburger.
Wait, so you're eating a hamburger at 4:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
I think is it 5:30 where he's at? No.
No, he's only an hour ahead.
Oh, okay.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys,
it's
you New Brunswickers, you got some weird
we're-
eating. But go, yes,
it's
go.
just an early dinner.
Eat your. Aren't you like? What time do you go to bed?
Later, I eat and then I like normally have like popcorn or something.
Oh,
like
so
that.
you'll snack later on.
Oh, he's like a hobbit.
He
has
is a
one
hobbit.
Okay,
season,
I'll
two
Well,
give you
or a
seasons.
nerd like us, basically,
I
who
can,
just
like,
Yeah.
eat their snacks when you can. All right, go enjoy your hamburger. I'm kind of jealous, I gotta say. Swearing jar. Did I swear again?
I didn't hear it.
Really? Did I swear again?
I might be immune to it though.
It's funny though because my wife's just made a movie called Swearing Jar, The Swearing Jar, which is
Yeah.
based on the script. Is that based on the script or no? It's a script with a script by my sister Kate. So she's
Isn't a producer by their very nature a very organized human being that's like one thing after the other, focused like a laser beam?
or a complete scumbag. One of the two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Either you're like a
Well,
total
you're a real
scumbag
producer.
and you're just ripping people off left, right, and center, or you are meticulously organized and, in Jane's case, ridiculously honest. And like Jane's like, I'm like, well, just tell them you're ready to go. And she's like, but we're not ready to go. I'm like, well, just tell them you are so that you can get them on board. And she's like, no, I'm not telling anyone we're doing anything until I know that I can do it and I know that I can pay them. I'm like, well, you're the worst producer ever then.
Yeah. Where's the line?
And it turns out she's the type of
Coercion.
producer who there should be more like Jane out there.
Yeah.
Adam Strange just watched Nightmare Alley, and I was pleasantly surprised to see Mr. David Hewlett go watch it, who have not watched it already. Thank you, Adam Strange. I'll send
Do
you
we have a timestamp on that?
$20 your way. So yeah, don't you got to be really paying attention, otherwise you'll miss me. My father watched the movie and then turned to me and said, "Oh, it's too bad. I guess did they cut your scene?" And I was like, "No, Dad, they didn't actually. I was in the scene with the thing that was in the scene with me." So there you go.
Yeah.
So my dad didn't even
Did you-
recognize me.
Did you actually, like, were you ever within a mile of Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Oh my God. Yes.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, they didn't let you touch him.
I touched Bradley Cooper.
What the hell?
Oh yeah. I touched Bradley Cooper's chest and arm and one of his legs. Oh God damn it.
Well, this explains your bathing, like lack thereof.
That's why I'm not bathing anymore. I'm never washing those hands ever again. Yeah. First time chat from Le Sloofy. Quick hi from France. Love you, mate. That doesn't sound very French, though. Love you, mate sounds kind of Aussie. You know what I mean? But merci beaucoup, Le Snoofy. Je suis très amusé parce que je suis ici. And that's my French for you. Anyways, everyone say hi to Le Snoofy. First time chat. Remember, for the first time chat, you gotta say hi. Gotta say hi. Everyone gotta say hi. Lawsuit pending, apparently. Yes, the HR paperwork on Bradley Cooper will be in shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah. I got that going my way too. I had to get a new attorney because the one I had was turned into a federal judge. So.
Oh yeah, I thought that would have gotten in the way of it, but he didn't seem to think so, or she didn't think so.
She thought she could get a demand letter out and things like that, but
right.
Nope.
But she couldn't. Well, that's nice of her.
Not in time.
That's really good.
Yes.
So in other words, you're sort of just out of luck then.
No, I'm fine. She got me another person.
Oh, she did. Oh, good. So she didn't just drop you like a hot potato.
No.
Okay. Okay. So you've got a new person, and is this about? Are we allowed to talk about it? Is this?
Yeah, sure.
Is this the uncomfortable
falling
inn?
Down the stairs.
At the uncomfortable inn. At the uncomfort inn.
Or the bonfire inn, the fire hazard inn.
So in a nutshell, what just for first time viewers, what's the
that's
deal
right.
there?
We have noobs. Okay, so
sorry, did you say
after
noobs?
my house, noobs.
Noobs. Oh, noobs. I was like, oh my God, he's got nude photos. We've got nude photos of Gimpy G falling down the stairs at Comfort Inn.
That's more of a Ricky Burke thing.
But they're for evidence. For evidence only.
I was nude though, but I had blankets.
I don't need to know.
Is that nude?
No, don't need it. Don't need that image. I'm all right.
Well, that's part of the whole humiliation of it. But okay, so
really?
my house burned down.
Actually, that's a really good point. I didn't even think of that. Of course.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, you're right.
October 30th, 3:30. But who's paying attention?
In the
my
morning.
House burned down. No, afternoon.
Oh, was it afternoon?
But no. I'm giving the full.
Oh, you're going back.
So
okay, when I was 4 years old.
Fire, we had to, From the fire, we had to go live in a hotel.
Right.
But for some reason, all the handicap accessible rooms are on the second floor rather than the first floor. And that was noted right away when we went in.
Mm.
But
you had to take an elevator to get to your room. There was no other way around. Right, okay.
Right. So, but the elevator says, in case of emergency, somebody's going to be there. It says there's a sign on it.
Mm.
But there was a fire alarm at like David said, 3:30 in the morning. And the only way nephew could get me out was down the stairs. And we went backwards down the stairs, running over his.
Uh-oh. Did we just lose Gimpy G? Damn it. It was a really good story, too. All right, let me fill in for him. Or have you muted yourself, Gimpy G? No, it doesn't say he's muted. Just to continue the story. So Gimpy G's nephew, who's already pulled him out of a real fire, then has to pull him down the stairs at Comfort Inn because nobody shows up at the at the pre-appointed signed place that they're supposed to congregate during a fire. So so they stick people with disabilities on the second floor and then don't give them an ability to get out of the building. Keeping in mind that Gimpy G has just come out of a real fire that has burned everything he owns, and his house and his cars and vans and everything. So literally everything he owns has been destroyed in a fire. He has moved to this inn, this motel, this comfort inn. Oh, you're back. You're back.
I am.
Okay, good. So I was just filling them in. I was just saying that not only is this just a bad situation, you've also just had your house burned down. So it's not like you're not a little kind of stressed, a little PTSD on this already. Take it away, Gimpy G.
Fires are a real thing and should be responded to accordingly. So that's, otherwise I wouldn't have agreed to go down the stairs. Yes. So I don't know where I disconnected. Did I say the pinata line?
No, what was the pinata line?
That everything was shooting out of my pockets.
Oh no, we didn't. Okay, so I was just setting it up a little further for you. I just said
I'll have to go.
What was that?
I'll tell him sometime.
You breaking up?
I think so.
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, I can't remember where I was at. Anyways,
you're waiting at the elevator at the pre-appointed place where it's signed, posted to say you should be during a fire.
Correct. Well, and that was right there. So we knew nobody was there because nobody was there. And so we went. There was only one person, a teenager, on duty in the middle of the night at this hotel with a minimum of 50 guests.
Now, are you really talking about a teenager, or are you just like me, where everyone under the age of like 50 seems like a teenager to you?
No, kind of. No, she's literally like 18 or 19.
Okay.
And I mean, everybody in the world's yelling at her. Well, this is later. So we fall down the stairs. The same fire department people who had just seen me like a week and a half before, they're like, "Hey, how you doing? It's pretty bad, huh?"
And your nephew, who's just called you, who's literally just pulled you out of a burning building, is now attempting to pull you out of the second potentially burning building. And in doing so, runs himself and you over with the wheelchair, trying to pull it down the stairs because the elevator obviously isn't working. And the people who are supposed to come to get you out have not come to get you out.
Right. And this is how, I try to visualize this. I try to figure this out. I was tilted all the way back so far, and that he was laying on his back, sliding down the stairs. And we were so tilted back, my headrest gave him about 20 injuries on his chest. For every step we hit, it would go clunk, 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 clunk. He got like a yellow-blue bruise for each one. So somehow he kept me from rolling it, which was awesome. And then some lady was screaming and following us, picking up all my stuff. So that was nice.
Huh.
She didn't even keep anything. So that was cool.
Well, just out of curiosity, what was she screaming?
She was just like, can I help? Can I help?
Oh, let's go. Can I help? I said, just a random, like it'd be like sort of, I gotta be your siren. Like hey, so your nephew should sue you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Then once you get the big settlement from Comfort Inn, you get your nephew to sue you as well.
Right.
For
and
damages.
We double dip something. I don't know.
Oh, could he sue as well?
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, sorry, I don't mean to be I'm sounding mercenary on this. I don't mean to. I mean, I think honestly, we talked about this when it first happened, and we were both saying it's like this isn't even about money. This is like people are going to die. Like there are going to be people in wheelchairs dying in Comfort Inns because they don't feel that it's important. That it's How often is that going to happen? How often are you really going to have a fire in a hotel? Or a motel.
Right. That never happens.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Nobody ever smokes in a non-smoking.
No one's, burning the crack pipe late at night in the Comfort Inn.
I think there's been a big push to make suing seem bad, like you're a money grubber or something.
Yeah.
But people have to realize there are no police to make you safe, like
Right.
from unsafe conditions. The only threat to a company is money. So the only way you're going to get them to change is by pursuing them in these lawsuits. There's nothing else you can do that would get them to move.
Well, this is like the Facebook stuff, right? Where they find Facebook, and Facebook goes like, it's just the cost of doing business now for them, right? They break rules and laws, and unless you hit them where it hurts, which
where
is
they had
either
to
larger
redo the
fines
math.
or they've got to redo, and something like Comfort Inn, you got to be. Although, I mean, here's the next thing: is of course Comfort Inn is probably. I can't imagine there were a lot of people in Comfort Inn during the pandemic either, were there? So they probably already.
There were at least 50.
Oh,
Because what I forgot to tell everybody is since there was only a teenager on site and that teenager didn't have key permissions, so they couldn't open any doors anywhere,
right.
and they couldn't shut the alarm back off. The fire department came and they could shut off the signal to the firehouse,
right.
but they couldn't shut off. So the entire place was going off from 3:00 in the morning until 8:30 or so.
Holy.
And nobody could sleep. Nobody could do anything. So they're all leaving, yelling at this poor girl.
Right.
And we couldn't get back in our room. I have a blanket on.
Right.
Because that's all, we were all asleep. Nephew scoops me up, throws me in the wheelchair, and off we go.
So it's like a toga party. It was like a little toga party for you.
It was a lot like a toga party, but with, like pain and danger.
Right.
So I guess exactly like a toga party.
Yeah, it would be my experience of a toga party, I'm sure. So you are going to go ahead and you are going to actually do a lawsuit.
Yes, pursue that because and just to show how non-litigious I am, I did not sue the people who called the police on me and had me thrown out of the theater. So
that is a story that I've told a couple of people that story, and they're all like, "What?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, bud.
Wolf Pup, tell me you've eaten a
whiz.
hamburger in that time.
Two.
Have you eaten a hamburger in that time?
Yep, I have had two.
What?
Dude, I feel sorry for your indigestion.
I don't have indigestion.
Do you not? Oh, God.
He doesn't know what that is.
Remember when we were that young and you could just eat stuff and it just didn't have any effect on you at all?
I have digestion, not indigestion.
Ah, I see. Very good. I discovered that if something is called a digestif and it's alcoholic, you should not drink it because it tastes like something horrible.
Oh.
Yeah. I think
it's like medicine, huh?
Yeah, and it really is. I had a sip. I don't really drink, but we went for dinner and someone had a digestif and they're like, "Oh, we'll just have a sip." And I took a sip and I was like, I wish I wanted to have the dinner all over again just to get rid of the taste of the digestif. It was so horrible.
Well, you're fancy. What's the difference between a digestif and aperitif?
Isn't the aperitif before? Isn't it before dinner? Or the digestif
okay.
is after? Is that right? I could be wrong. Look,
no, I've had an aperitif, and that was before dinner.
I
didn't know a digestif was after. Okay.
Well, I thought a digestif was after, but I could be wrong, and I didn't like it anyway. Yeah, it is before and after, says Movie Lad. And Movie Lad sounds classy enough to know.
Totally classy.
That's an interesting question. So go for fluffer nut. Hey, go for fluffer nut. What is the statute of limitations? How long do you have to make a complaint like this?
The judge lady told me that we have 6 months to make them aware of what our intent. Yeah. So we're fine.
Right. Okay, good. So you can. And are they aware that you're going ahead with this?
Yes.
They are, and I'm sure they're thrilled.
Oh yeah, and I'm the good guy.
Of course you are.
I fell downstairs because of their negligence, and they couldn't be bothered to come back to the hotel.
But
to let people back
why
in the
did
room.
you have to be such a dick about it? That's really what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
sensitive.
You were. Oh my God! Listen to this guy. Cry me a river. Okay, so well then on the same sort of tact here, how goes the house stuff? You said you've got a new quad stick. Is that because of our friendly neighborhood?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's not because of the
It's
insurance guys.
no. But it's
Why am
also
I blanking on his name?
Fred.
Fred. Fred.
So yes,
Fred
Fred.
is the guy who runs quadstick.com. I wish there was just like a Patreon account you could just send money to for him to just keep doing his thing, because he
I
just
think that would be great.
but he doesn't have one. So go buy a quad stick for someone. That's what my suggestion to you is, just go buy a quad stick for someone, and so then I don't know. I think he's just a wonderful guy. He really is. He's
He
like the
is.
Santa Claus of assistive tech.
Well, you don't know this, and I didn't either, but he works with the Veterans Association. So
Oh, that makes
anybody
sense.
yeah. So when somebody gets injured bad enough that they need a quad stick,
Mm.
he works with them, and they're the ones that approached me and got set everything up.
Oh,
And
really?
I think they paid him. So
Oh,
I
good.
sure hope so.
Oh, good. Because the other problem is, of course, him being a lovely guy. My fear is always that they're going to go out of business because lovely guys
Right.
tend not to charge anybody anything, right? So
Right. He's just so wonderful.
that's why we're
Really
such
great
jerks,
person.
because we know that
Yeah,
without being
exactly.
jerks, we're not going to survive without being jerks. So we just have to be.
Right. Grr.
Yes, the digestive biscuit. I do love the digestive biscuits, I've got to say. Oh my God, I can't wait for dinner again tonight, because you know what we're doing?
No.
Leftover cheese and charcuterie board.
Oh yeah.
Man,
You're gonna get the gout like Barnacles.
dude, I could be like double gout, good. I didn't even know people got gout anymore.
Yes.
Hey, can you get gout?
Yes.
Because isn't it an issue with like legs and not moving legs and stuff or whatever? Or
No, it is the uric acid in your body gets, I guess, converted into a crystalline form, and that's in your joints and things.
oh my God, the
So
dark
it's
crystal.
literally it's literally tearing up your, that soft tissue between your like in your knees or your feet or
Jeez,
wherever.
God, that's horrible. This is what we have to look
somebody
forward
worked
to in
with
our old age.
that. Yeah.
Oh no, Limoncello is horrible, movie lad. That's another one that's just revolting. I don't even know how people do that. No, Stacey Beth, don't. That's not right. It's horrible. Everyone stop it. It's my stream. I choose what's delicious. God. Oh, wait a sec. Exercise time. Gippy G, come on,
Yep.
let's do it.
You got this.
Okay, so
I got you too.
shoulders are
I
back a
just
little
did
bit.
too.
Shoulder back.
I
a bit.
did too.
1, 2. Oh, did I tell you? I ordered a back brace. I mean, no, sorry, a shoulder brace. So literally,
Okay.
it holds my arms back. I figure I'm gonna look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex the whole time, because my arms will be back the whole time. So it'll be just sort of like my little arms. Okay.
David's next acting stint, he's going to come out looking like
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson in what were those called, Naked Gun movies?
You'll see me next in Lost World as one of the raptors with my little arms.
A full body casket. Or
Oh,
a
God,
full
I can't
body.
even do that.
What are those?
Full body casket.
Yeah.
That's what I need, is a full body casket, to be honest. Mr. Burns, it's so true. Oh, see? Davros.
Wait.
I want to be Davros. Yes, sorry, Wolf Up.
Mr.
Go ahead.
I just heard Mr. Burns, and that brought me back out of me
Smithers.
zoning out.
Smithers. Release the dog, Smithers. I have one of my
No,
favorite characters.
it's release the hounds, not
The hounds,
release-
the hounds, that's right. Uzo. Oh, God, Stacey Beth. No, these are all horrible. Ugh. The worst
How
one.
about Avocado Lemino?
What, limoncello? Someone was just talking about the limoncello thing. It's just horrible. Or Uzo's even worse.
Is that gross?
Oh, God. Lucasade. I like Lucasade. I love that. Go for Fluffer now. Thank you for saving the day. Okay, there was some other little sciencey things I wanted to talk about. Okay, so, yeah, when Paris Hilton and
Jimmy Fallon.
I don't like Jimmy Fallon. I'm sorry. I don't understand. He's
Something disgenuine about him.
I feel like well, actually, in that little clip, frankly, the two of them just seemed like they were like, I can't believe how stupid these things are and how stupid people are, but buy them anyways. It just, ugh. Okay. Sciencey stuff. There was one other sciencey thing that I was looking at. Let me look. I've got this. I do all my bookmarks now.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
We
this was
looked
funny.
at the Mars.
So one of the things I thought was funny was that I went looking for like examples of what we were talking about the other day about like what is TechBandits. Like I'm trying to figure out what TechBandits is.
Yeah.
What problem does it solve? All this kind of stuff. So if people have suggestions on that, please let me know, because I'm literally trying to figure out like how do I turn this into something that can sort of like run without me, if that makes sense, even with me or whatever, or even support me for that matter. In a dream world, I would love to just do TechBandits, and then every so often, like pouring a beautiful gravy on top of the meat, you'd go off and do like a fun acting job. But you could support, you could happily sustain. It doesn't have to be like a lot, just happily sustain on a regular basis doing something like this. I guess this is it's like the streamer dream, right? It's like that's what Gimpy G will be doing it soon.
Yes.
Oh, did you get your van, by the way? Word on the street?
Deep into, let's put it this way, pictures have been exchanged.
Really?
And the person has been contacted with by the car lot.
Really?
So,
and so my friends, my little friends, my son and his friends have been showing me the YouTuber in question.
yes.
And I was they said, "Oh, you won't like him, Dad. He's not your sense of humor." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So apparently he's not suitable for dads, apparently.
I enjoy him, but it's it depends on what he's doing.
But
if he's just doing
a child,
drama.
You're basically a child at heart. There's another guy that he streams with. I don't know whether it's regularly or not. Who's they keep saying he's uncancelable or whatever it is. He says inappropriate stuff, and for some reason he doesn't get canceled. It's like a big part of the.
Interesting.
Jay Schlatt. His name is Jay Schlatt.
Oh, is that his name, Jay Schlatt?
Yeah.
And hello, bag of chips.
Hello.
Bag of chips.
Bag o' chips. And Ham's here too. Hello, Ham. He's not listening.
He's dead.
I am. It just my mic isn't working.
How did it go? They had to do this really cool project, which was driving them crazy, but all about advertising and like the different ways
it's bad.
You think it's bad?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Why?
Mid
because it's really boring. Very mid.
You think it's boring?
Yeah.
But I just find it kind of interesting about how but these are all things that are being used to manipulate you to buy stuff, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the thing you were talking about? What is the thing that the miser or something? What's it called? What was that little triangle thing that they showed you? The different types of advertising?
It's Maslow's hierarchy. So
Never heard of it. Maslow's?
Yes, you have. Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Nope.
I'm surprised you.
It's like shelter.
Grade 10, baby. It's as far as I don't even have my grade 10.
Oh my god.
Physical security, social esteem, and self-actualization.
Transcendence. I want to do that one.
It's
okay. Do you even know what it's applying to?
Nope.
Maslow's hierarchy says human beings have almost like a pyramid tier list of what's important to them.
Right.
So first you have to fulfill your, food, shelter, and clothing, and then it goes up until the tip, and it's like then you can fill your wants rather than your needs.
See, I just want to jump straight to transcendence. Is that so bad?
No, you can do that. You've
As
probably
always.
done it a couple with liquor, but
But what is but so wait a second, bag of chips and ham. What is the point of this? Like, why would you learn this? What's the
business?
Learn how to make good ads.
Oh, really? So it's basically you're learning how to manipulate people to buy stuff.
Oh, it does sound boring, David.
That doesn't sound boring.
Very
Dude,
boring, Dad.
in 1986, I got the same speech.
Really?
So, yes. So somebody justified the ancient was hitting them with knowledge.
1943 paper. Boy, that's got to speak a lot to today's culture. Does it still speak to today's culture, do you think?
Oh yeah.
You think it still holds up?
Oh yeah, because they talk about iPads.
Oh, they do?
And social networking.
So physiological needs. Okay, so that's like air, water, food, sexual intercourse, sleep, clothes, and shelter. It does. It's in the list. It says sexual intercourse. It says it just like that.
They probably didn't say it to the kids.
Yeah, you know what, Baz? You wouldn't understand. What I meant to say was sexy, sexy time. I'm cringing for him at this point. Okay, so physiological needs. That's the first one. So they're saying that's once you've got those sorted out, you move up to the next one.
Yes.
Is that what happens? Hey, VibePup, if you take note, you're going to be like you'll basically have the next year's project sorted out already. So physiological needs get sorted out first. Are you going to have to put these into action? Like,
I don't know.
Will your teachers now say, okay, now make me a campaign that hits all of these different things?
I don't know.
It sounds like you really care too.
I really, really don't.
How could they make business boring? It's money, for God's sake.
They make everything boring.
I know. What is the deal with school?
Wait. So don't take the business course?
No. Take it for sure. No, business is. Hey, that's Noodle Raccoon.
Whatever you do, Noodles, don't take PTT. BTT.
Okay.
Business tech, do not take it.
Why not?
It's awful, dude.
Is it really?
They present it incorrect.
Okay, so riddle me this, Batman's. Hello, Raccoon, by the way.
Hello.
Why the hell do schools manage to make what's actually interesting boring?
You can make anything boring if you try hard enough.
Yeah, but they're trying not to. That's what's even sadder, though. They're trying to make it interesting, aren't they? Or are they not?
Do you know who became teachers mostly?
Who?
The really boring kid who loved school.
Ugh, God, that's a good point.
Yeah, that kid. He's teaching. Gross.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Our math teacher relearned math for a year. Took a year off to relearn math. That's why.
What does that even mean?
Shouldn't he know math in the first place?
He couldn't pass math. He couldn't pass university. Like the first exam.
The first
so he
4
relearned
times he tried it.
He took a year off and relearned it.
But you're saying your geography guy, even though you hate geography, is actually a good guy and a good teacher?
Oh, he's an amazing teacher.
I really like my geography teacher too, but it's different.
Yeah.
But you don't like geography because
I don't like geography either.
I enjoy geography because of my teacher purely.
Really? Because I know you were dreading geography going in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Raccoon Noodles, I totally missed you the last time you were here. Sorry about that. I was too busy.
Don't worry about it. I had to leave, so
yeah.
I was driving.
Yeah, I had to leave too. That's why. I had really important
Did she say
things to
she
do.
was driving?
She was driving.
No, I wasn't driving, but
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We should probably call the police about that, shouldn't we? Because she shouldn't really be driving. Not in her state. Okay, wait a sec. Raccoon Noodles. Quick update. School?
Yes.
Are you back at school in the real?
Yeah, I'm in person.
Okay, so you're in person again. And best classes, worst classes, what do you got?
Oh,
I'm sure everything's.
I
Do you
don't.
have,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, because Baz, you've taken all these classes, haven't you?
No.
Aren't you at the same school? Don't say which one it is. Oh, okay, then never
Dad,
mind.
I
I'm
went
a
to
year younger.
private school for 2 years.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I say, old chap. But of course.
No, I'm not saying it like that.
No. I'm saying
I'm
like
saying
that.
that
I know
you
you're
wouldn't
not.
have had the same courses.
Of course.
I've learned.
That is
math.
true, actually.
Yeah, Baz, we paid extra for Baz not to learn anything. So Raccoon Noodle, come on, give me like a worst class, best class.
I don't really have a worst class, to be honest. Personally, I
Is
don't
that a
really
good
mind.
thing or a bad thing?
Oh wait, no. That's wrong. I hate French grammar with a passion.
What is with French? Why do they make French so boring?
Good luck with grade 9. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, my grading class isn't that
Most
bad. It's like
torture. Your French class isn't bad. Mine only speaks in French, and I don't understand the things she's saying.
What do you think she should be speaking?
English and then translating stuff to French,
Ah.
or at least saying stuff
My
in
teacher-
French and then translating it to English.
Does
The
she
other
at
my
one
least
is
teacher
speak
purely in
slowly
French.
enough?
No, she's French. French people speak fast.
So do I, but I'm
Do-
English.
Do you guys have a language lab? Like when I took 2 years of French, and things would drop out of the ceiling like headsets
Oh,
with a
there's my
microphone.
report card. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's fun.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I'm not that
Uh-oh.
great.
I like the report cards where, yes, it is First Time Chatter, aka 05665. It is indeed. Everybody, welcome Aka 0565.
Welcome. Welcome. We're
At-
always glad to have new people.
And it's not
Fun,
really
fun.
Rodney
Yes,
McKay.
welcome.
It's
No,
actually,
it's not.
yeah. I mean, I wish
Wait,
I was.
what did you say their name
I
was?
wish I was smart, but I just play smart.
Their
on TV.
name is Hookah.
Aka
Okay.
Ako 565.
There we go.
So glad I never had French. Well, except that it's good to have other languages. Oh my God. If I could speak French, I could do French
it's
movies
going to
and English
completely-
movies. Twice as much money.
When I'm done
Wow.
grade 9, I'm never retaining French, and I'm forcibly making it leave my mind.
I-
I'm using a Men in Black pen
Like a
to
de-Frenching.
erase all French from my mind.
He's being de-Frenchinated as soon as he's finished. It's like,
Wow.
it's funny because
Like Men in Black. Yeah.
I've got to say, I hated French with an absolute passion. And yet, strangely now, I quite enjoy that there's a few things I can say. Oh my God, Aka 0565 is going to cry.
Oh, no.
Nobody let them cry. I made
Uh.
apparently I made Atlantis so much fun, just so everyone knows.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were disappointed meeting the real.
It's true. Never meet your heroes. It's very, very
Never.
disappointing. Yeah. Look how much less hair I have and how much less movement I have in my arms. See that?
I
Oh,
will never
raccoon
make
noodles.
fun of your hair, my friend.
Is that
Ever.
the first or 40th time you said that?
Once again, my son crushes me.
Hey,
Instantly.
John.
Instantly. I don't mean my son, I mean Ham. That
I can't say
happy online character. Okay, so
A
raccoon
ray of
noodles.
sunshine, really.
So there is a Vibe Pup. What about, do you have French in New Brunswick? Or is that, have they given up on that there?
Sadly, we do.
Sadly. So you hate French too?
Yeah.
Everyone is.
What
French
the
is first
hell?
class.
Anthony, do you have to
No,
take French?
He's probably
Yeah, I
not
have to
there.
take
He doesn't
Spanish,
understand
right?
English. That's the problem.
I think you guys don't. You have to know French so you can cross the street because all those Canadian truckers are blocking it.
May
Oh,
we?
listen,
Say
we
Ray.
don't talk about the Canadian truckers.
Wait a second, but hasn't he done something like, didn't he like bring in
Yeah,
like,
he called in an emergency. He now has more power than he does before.
yeah, but he wasn't doing anything before, so what does the new power do?
He's
They're saying
now
you can freeze their
able
bank
to-
accounts.
Yeah, they can freeze. So trucks that companies
know what?
own, now they're
It's-
able to freeze the company's bank accounts. They're
Yeah,
able to
but the
freeze
reality is if you
people
leave
in
those,
the-
if you leave their accounts out long enough in this weather, it's going to freeze anyways.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're right though. It's been so cold.
It's been very cold.
recently.
But no, Baz, that's interesting. So they can freeze our bank accounts now for what?
they could
Not
freeze
yours.
companies' bank accounts. They could freeze their income. They could freeze everything about it.
And-
They now have power over everyone going there.
So how do they, but how do you, like, sorry, so anybody who's involved in the trucking
Yeah,
thing?
so let's say there's like a UPS truck or something.
Okay,
Like a bunch of UPS trucks.
okay.
They can now freeze UPS's bank account until their trucks leave that area.
Seriously?
is it? Is it? May I throw in something here?
Please.
They're finding that huge amounts of American money are coming up there.
Oh, sorry.
And they're sustaining the truckers.
Oh, really?
Like,
Him.
yes, conservative money, like checks for 250 grand.
Okay,
Oh
but
my god.
why is that
That way
illegal?
they, well, it's illegal because we're actually kind of supporting a riot.
But
Yeah,
and
no,
it's
literally,
not-
gonna be honest, I do not personally agree with their views, but if they weren't causing it issues, I would not care. Because, honestly, personally my opinion is as long as like your views and you can have whatever opinion you want as long as it doesn't hurt somebody.
But you need to
want
protest,
all
right? I
those
mean, we should
people
be allowed to
being in a group.
protest. Oops, sorry. What was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, no. If it was a peaceful protest, like
Mm.
honestly, that's fine. It's just the fact that they are now what are they even doing? Blocking the bridge, blocking supply.
But it's still
Yeah.
It's still peaceful though, right? Isn't it?
No.
It's still not a.
No.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's
Sorry.
happening in school,
Sorry.
too.
So
I'm-
they're sorry. So
Go
they
ahead,
are
Noodles.
they're hurting people. They're like physically hurting
Yeah.
people. They're really.
well, we're not well, okay. To be fair, I'm not the 100% expert.
It's funny because I've looked up.
I
I've
just
looked,
know that I just know that healthcare workers, healthcare workers on the way to the hospital nearby were told, don't wear your uniform outside because we don't want so you don't get harassed. Like people were getting harassed for wearing masks near them.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
And
So that's,
blocking roadways could lead to
Yeah.
delays in ambulance rides and things like that.
okay.
So
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
and like
but
yeah.
but I would have thought, and maybe this is just me being naive, I would have thought there would be existing laws to handle this.
You would think that
This-
they would be able. There
'Cause
was
this
actually
emergency measures thing is a big thing. Like it's like saying like, okay, screw all the laws. We can do whatever we want now.
Not whatever. They still
Not
have
whatever.
Not much power.
Are you
but
sure?
but
It's
Yeah.
just basically. I think police can also be more aggressive. Is the other thing?
'Cause, you know, that's what
part
we
of
and
it.
want.
let's get real.
We definitely
well,
want
you
some
guys.
more. Yeah.
Did you see your police? They're like, "Excuse me, sir. Would you like a shrimp on your Barbie or something like that?"
Yeah, just like
And down here, they're like cracking skulls.
You know, there's an
Yeah.
amazing one of the most amazing things I've ever seen was there was a guy in a van who very sadly mowed down a lot of people up here in Canada, up in
Yeah.
Ontario. And there's this amazing footage of him trying to get the police to shoot him.
Oh.
Trying to do he's literally
Amazing.
goes like this, puts his hand in his jacket and goes like makes all the fudge makes all
Dang
these
it.
really sudden movements
2 times.
on purpose to try to get shot. And our
And
police
couldn't do it.
and the policeman would not do it.
Hmm.
Wouldn't do it.
Well, like in England, they'll throw a net over you if you have a knife
Yeah.
and overwhelm you
Sure.
with superior force
I mean, that's
rather than shoot you to pieces.
I heard an interesting thing about this trucker thing was that because of the way the trucks are parked, so they park their trucks so close to each other that it's almost impossible to get a towing truck in there to tow anything.
Well, yeah,
away.
that's totally a strategy like
Yeah.
that.
And then
They
remember, if foreign people are like financing this and stoking it, of
Mm,
course you want to be able to freeze those finances from coming into your country.
right.
I
Yeah.
think that's what they're shooting for.
Cause
But again, I would have thought
It's-
there would be an existing law that says you are not allowed to, foment discontent or whatever financially. or-
like, oh, with that, I don't know about that, like legal kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? But doesn't that seem weird that there's not already a law about that we've got to like I guess my concern is I just don't understand why like I don't know about you, but I don't feel like anything's happened and then all of a sudden it's like emergency measures were
No, stuff has happened.
there has.
and-
Okay, all right.
No, it's no, but like it's a big problem. Like people all around, like in the area of Ottawa, people
Mm.
are, like they can't go to work because of these truckers. They can't do stuff. They can't participate in their daily lives because of these truckers. Like
Right.
people are getting harassed for wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah,
See,
that's
where
which just seems
the
crazy.
issue comes in. That's where the issue comes in for me because it's like, personally, I'm like, why do they think like they're standing here causing a trouble for these people,
Mm.
right? Who are doing their jobs, and then they're like, I just think I don't know. They're just forcing their. I don't know.
Where
They're
does-
just hurting people with their views. Is what I mean.
And where does all the racist
Yeah.
stuff come into? They say that there's a bunch of racists or something? I mean, like I don't
They even have swastikas. It's crazy.
Oh, I saw that. I forgot about that.
But
Listen,
they
there's
also,
so
but
much-
wait a sec. But I've also seen like Sikhs and stuff involved. Like, would they be involved in something that's like I've seen people of color?
Like how many though?
I don't know. I don't like. I really don't. That's all. That's
I
what's
don't
so
know.
weird though. I find on, and maybe this is like I feel like I watch one news broadcast and I get one perspective on them, and then I see another one and I'm like some people are saying it's nothing. Some people are saying it's everything. Some people are saying they're all racist and harassing
Okay.
people, and then other people are saying they're the nicest people ever. Like I don't. I
They
feel
are
like
not. What I've heard and what from pictures I've seen.
Hmm.
I've heard that they are causing trouble for people surrounding in Ottawa.
Hmm.
They are basically harassing people for wearing masks. I've also heard that I've also seen pictures of people holding up like the flags with swastikas and
I've
the
seen a lot of
Confederate
those.
flag.
I've seen a lot of
Confederate
swastikas
flag.
recently, but it's in reference to Trudeau bringing in the emergency acts, which I thought was kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
No,
That's called gaslighting.
yeah, and
It
there's
was
also
before that.
Okay.
yeah, I've
Right.
also seen the Confederate flag.
Hmm.
Which that doesn't make any sense.
No,
Like Canada didn't have anything to do with that.
well,
yeah.
I mean, Canada. What the funniest thing is that having lived in both Canada and America, America are taught that America won the War of 1812. Canadians are taught that Canadians won the War of 1812, which I thought was really interesting. So
I'm trying to
Well, you
remember what
burnt
the
down
War
the
of
White House.
1812 is, to be honest.
well, that was the one basically that split us up into like North and South, basically, wasn't it? I mean, wasn't that?
Oh,
Was that it?
look up
Wait,
the
if I
Great
search up
Nipple
who won the
War.
War of 1812, I wonder what
You
will
should know
happen.
this. Isn't this what you're doing in history?
No, I'm not
Gross.
doing history right now.
What? At all?
Uh,
Oh, look at that. I just typed in
Britain.
war, and it put War of 1812 came up right away. It was Great Britain versus the United States of America, right? Is that?
Oh, see, there was no Canadians involved. Great Britain.
Yes. Via Canada, I think is the way. Yeah.
You guys are too polite to war.
Oh, we're great at war. We just do it behind people's backs.
Yeah.
okay,
you need to look
wait,
up.
War of 1812. Oh God, there's so many. Oh, that sounds really sad. There's so many wars that I can't keep track.
It's true. They burned down the White House, right?
Oh, that war. Right.
It was a big one.
Right. It was made out of wood, so that's why.
Yeah. So was
I don't
my
know why I
house.
said it like that. Yes, the White House. It was
Okay,
made out
so it
of
was
wood, and they burnt it.
It was a
Uh-huh.
conflict fought by the United States of America and its indigenous allies against Great Britain and its allies in British North America, with limited
See?
participation by Spain in Florida. It began
no
when the
Canadians.
U.S. declared war on 18th of June, 1812, and although peace terms were agreed in December 1814, they did not officially end until ratified by Congress. Whatever, yeah. Okay, so there's no Canada in the War of 1812. So I guess
Well,
once
'cause we
again,
weren't it wasn't Canada yet. So.
and I guess I once again proved that I didn't do very well in that class.
I would say throw your hands up in consternation, but we know what that'll do to you.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
You need to look up a video, though. A woman gets up on stage during this rally that you guys are having up there
Okay.
and says, "I don't see any racists. Do you, sir?" And she puts down a microphone to him. She goes, "Are you a racist?" And he said, "Yes." And the entire audience just went crazy. And they were like, "Woo, racism." Woo.
Oh my God. I like the one who said, "What are you, the gazpacho?"
Oh, yeah, that's that green.
Who was
The
that?
gazpacho.
That's a
It's one of our
gazpacho.
Congress people.
Yeah.
Her nickname is MTG. I hate that. Because she's Marjorie Taylor Greene, not Magic the Gathering. She's really hurting me on
She's
that.
MTG? Oh, that's awful.
Yes.
Okay, so but go back to this rally thing. Is anyone so I haven't spoken to anybody who seems in support of the I did meet one person, but
there was that one.
there was one person, but they were also they don't want to get vaccinated either. So
yeah.
anti-vax.
Well, that's what the whole thing is, dude.
That's
It's about
Wait,
it's
yeah.
about
they
anti-vax.
also support the truckers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she was saying that she felt that finally Canada's opening up because the truckers have opened it up, like that they're casting. So here's the thing that I heard that I thought was interesting, because again, I'm trying really hard not to have.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be wishy-washy on it.
no,
truly,
you're devil's advocate for us.
yeah, and I
Good
truly
job.
don't know, and I truly don't know enough about it. But one of the things that I heard the complaint was, which I thought was interesting, was they said, okay, so the truckers, when the pandemic first started, the truckers were essential workers, and they had to
Correct.
drive back and forth between the United States and Canada, obviously to keep stuff moving and keep our economy going and keep people supplied with all the stuff that they needed. And
Right.
as such, they didn't need to be. There was no such thing as vaccinations at that point. So they were just basically like flying by the seat of their pants, and they're just
Taking
hoping
their own lives in their hands,
Exactly.
risking their lives. So what they should be protesting is safety at work, higher wages,
Which is kind of what
better
the
hours.
vaccine mandate is.
Well,
Well, not
So what they're
is-
saying. So what they're saying now is they go, wait a second. It's now, quote unquote, at the end of the pandemic. We have vaccines, and now you're saying that we have to have a vaccine and we have to do this 14-day quarantine thing. So they're saying, like, why did you
know
make us
what?
do that during the worst of the thing instead of now when things are like calming down a bit?
So who is this like? Are you talking about the truckers?
That's what the
Well,
I mean,
Well,
I have a problem with
that's
calling it
what
the
a
Freedom
mouthpiece
Convoy
of the
anyways.
truckers are saying.
Well, sorry. Just the thing about that is, I'm pretty sure that this is all about not getting vaccinated. Like the whole point
And
is
masks.
and masks. Why should we have to get vaccinated and wear masks to do our job?
Huh.
And they say it's fake, that the COVID isn't a problem, that the vaccine's actually more dangerous than COVID.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
The best argument I heard on that was the same person who said, "Well, wait a second. I'm not vaccinated, and I don't have COVID, and I'm not allowed to go out. But all the people who are vaccinated are going out and they're getting Omicron." And I said, "Yeah, but they're not dying." And she's like, "Yeah, but they're getting it, making it dangerous for people who aren't vaccinated." And I'm like,
okay,
I'm like, well,
sorry,
but
sorry.
wait a second, like,
Sorry, yeah, that's the thing. I just love when people have logic like that and then they completely contradict their own logic and then they're like, yeah, that's the point. And you're like, exactly.
Well, and I think that's
I
it as
thought
well.
of the counter.
What's that?
Tell them, okay, then we shouldn't have seatbelt laws because that influences people to drive more crazy because now they aren't fearing death.
Well, let's face it.
Something like that.
I remember in California where they were like rallying against helmet laws.
And seatbelt laws, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I think there are always going to be people who will fight against it. And I also think that in these situations, there are forces at work that will always try to put a wedge into things no matter what. Like if they see an opportunity to set things on fire, not really, but in sort of political terms, I feel that they will as well. But so does anyone know anybody who supports the truckers out of curiosity?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Who?
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, I've got
name an
family
age and a
who are-
location.
No.
Their age,
Security
its
number.
location,
And social
what's
security
their credit
number.
card number. Hey, I
No,
just
I've
out of
got-
curiosity, where do they live?
My uncles are boomers,
Yeah.
and their kids are boomers
Right.
ish.
Oh.
How can you
So
be a boomer and
they-
have boomer kids?
Well, I don't know. It's
Boomers.
a
I think
state
that's
of mind now.
I think that's fake news, buddy.
I guess that's kind of true.
Because these are people like I've helped get through engineering. They got engineering degrees, just and they are dumb as a post. I try so nice. I mean, dude, I can't believe how much ground I give up. I'm like, no, just think of it this way: you're the important cog in the machine, not the owners and stuff like that. And eventually my uncle left and said, I didn't know you were a goddamn liberal, and left. I was like, oh, made me so sad.
People get very it
Very
seems like
testy.
everything's politicized.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Yeah, like why? Why? Because my opinions line up with because I feel like when they say that too, like there's people that are in the middle, right? Like, or people that are like, you can still support generally, I don't know, conservative or liberal views, but still think, oh, hey, that's a good idea, and it's considered more of a conservative view or a liberal view. You know what I mean?
There's
Like I don't.
the origins enigma was saying like we're talking about the truckers when the president of the U.S. just addressed a potential war with Russia. That's funny that you should say that because one of the other things that's coming to light now is that when countries stand up against what they feel is happening what is happening in Ukraine, which is basically Russia has
Oh yeah,
encircled Ukraine.
didn't America send their troops out? Like
Oh,
leave,
they?
make them
God.
leave,
They didn't,
make
did
them
they?
leave from Ukraine.
No. I think that they made the U.S. citizens leave from Ukraine.
Oh
if they're
yes,
in.
yes.
No, they made they're making their armies leave Ukraine.
Russia announces withdrawal of some troops near Ukraine. Oh, that's great.
America's withdrawing troops in
So
Ukraine.
what? I've heard about this, right? But
Yep.
I don't know exactly what's going on. Is it something about water, or is
Russia, no, it's just that Russia might invade Ukraine
Because they're
And
worried that they're
America
going to
doesn't want
join.
because they're worried that
NAFTA.
Ukraine's going to join
NAFTA?
NATO.
No, not NAFTA. What's it
NATO.
called?
NATO.
NAFTA.
NATO.
The North American Free Trade. They do not want them joining the North American Free Trade. Yes, NATO. They're worried about them joining NATO because they feel that NATO obviously is like an anti-Russian group, so they don't want to be. They don't want them a part of that, and they are connected. They're basically like right beside Russia, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got their forces there. But the concern is, in a weird way, again, I'm not in Ukraine, so of course I can say this. To me, it's less likely that a actual war will happen than a cyber war will happen. Because what we're seeing is whenever countries speak up against Russia and Putin's like angle on this, they're getting hacked. And the Russians are really, really good at this stuff to such an extent that Ukraine is just getting bombarded all the time with attacks in the cyberspace, which of course can have catastrophic effects in the real world, right? So what if they don't if they don't roll their tanks in, they don't fire their guns at anybody, but if they shut down all the hospitals, that can kill just as many people, right?
Yeah.
And that's
More.
what I'm concerned about. Yeah, they didn't.
Ugh.
Well, Orions. I don't think they just started Russian attacks cyber attacks today. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, long time.
Canada got
But
hacked
really
the day after they offered support to Ukraine. Our global services system got hacked. Now I don't know whether that's just conspiracy theory stuff, but there was a hack of that system as well, which I thought was kind of weird.
You know, can people? I know this is really stupid, but
What
I'm
if
just
we
like,
hack the truckers?
oh my
Could that solve that problem? All right, sorry, Raccoon. Go ahead.
just can we just not do war right now? Can we just like chill for a bit? There's so much. I know this is stupid, but I just feel like there's so much stuff going on right now. I almost can't process all of it.
Do you know
Like,
what?
we don't have to blow
You know
up the
what
place.
she's saying?
Yeah.
She's saying war. Huh. Good God,
What is it
y'all.
good for?
What's it good for?
Absolutely,
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing. Exactly.
It's not just what is war. War is good for nothing, but it's also like,
Exactly.
do they have like, if you're gonna go to war with someone, do you guys have to do it right now? Right?
Exactly.
Well,
So
okay, but
Christ.
let me ask you this, not to be again, because I seem to be
Yeah, I
Mr.
know.
Devil's Advocate right now. What if something horrible is happening in that country by a group of people or by what if they're
Take what am I thinking of?
like the
Is
Uyghurs
it
in China?
Afghanistan that's being invaded by? That was invaded by the Taliban, or is it somewhere else?
Afghanistan, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Take that for example.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Grouping
know.
force
So we had
to-
forces there, and we had allies there, and then we moved out and left all of our allies there. So they're, I imagine, not doing particularly well right now. But no, I was thinking more along the lines of something a little bit more like less complicated. Like what if a group of people come in and take over somewhere that they're not supposed to take over? Is it our responsibility, do you think, to actually go to war? Like and I question all of this now because I realize that so much of it's propaganda. But like the Second World War, no one wanted a war. But we felt we had to because, the Americans came in because someone literally went in and started killing people. They blew up Pearl Harbor, right?
Wait, that was the Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. That I don't know. I just I think what I'm trying to say is, to the extent of war, I know that sometimes stuff happens, but I also just wish that the reasons war happened didn't have to happen also. It's kind of
So what are the reasons of war, do you think? What's a good example? Like let's say, is money war?
Beliefs. probably
Beliefs.
the
Beliefs,
most
okay.
used.
There's a with that one. It's not. I wish that didn't happen. I just wish that we didn't. There wasn't war over that.
It's true. We had a lot of wars way back when because the Christians didn't like the the Muslims or the Jews or the whatever. I mean, whatever. There's so many battling belief systems in a kind of in a religious way. I'd love to get rid of religion because I feel that does cause a lot of problems. But oops, sorry. What?
I just want to say quickly.
Mm.
I don't. That no. Can't. I feel like you can't.
You
I
can't get
don't
rid of
know.
religions?
Just get him. Go get him, Noodles. Get him.
There's just a lot
Devil's
of people
advocate.
that believe in. Besides that, is I think religion that okay, personally, I am an atheist, but I think having
Wait a second,
something.
which is the atheist? What does that mean? Atheist? Which is that one?
Dad, you know
I
what that means.
don't.
No, I get confused because there's atheism
No
and then there's
religion.
another one.
Agnostic.
I don't really do religion.
Okay, so you don't believe that there's a God.
No, I guess.
Not to
I
put
don't
you on the
know.
spot. This isn't
very-
isn't a criticism thing. This is just purely
It's a very tough question there.
okay. Because
I
for
think-
me, no, I don't. I don't believe there's a God.
Not at all. No.
I think what I'm trying to say is, with religion, I think the principles in religion, and people can believe what they want, and I think there's a lot of times where religion is very good and it helps a lot of people.
Mm.
I think that's
Like
good.
when?
I just think
What sort of stuff?
there
What do you
are
see as a good-
negative aspects. There are things, but I think just saying, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying in general. I think
But like,
it's not the
so
worst.
there. I mean, I guess that anyone.
What are good aspects of religion?
What was that? But
I said, what are good aspects of religion?
that's what I'm saying. Is
Well,
I'm just not sure what the.
It brings people together. It gives
Does it?
sometimes
It also
this-
puts boundaries
huh?
between a lot of people.
Certain people together.
Yeah.
It gives comfort to a lot of people.
that it gives comfort. It helps a lot of people, like it just helps a lot of people. Like I don't know how to say it. Like it believing in maybe sometimes believing in someone else, the belief that like maybe someone's watching you, maybe that will help people. And I think there's a lot of examples where people say that like religion has really helped them,
Mm.
you know? So I just think if there are people, if you are practicing your religion and not like bothering other people, this is again the same thing. Have your opinions. Like if people are happy, I don't think there's a reason we should get rid of that person.
Right. I guess the
Eh,
issue I have is.
As long as you're not
Okay.
hurting people. As long as you're not hurting people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my issue would be like, I'd love to know what,
Dad, can I take a poll?
you want to do a poll? Yeah. Oh,
on
can you
the
do that? Do that. Are we doing a poll, like a religion poll?
Yeah.
I
Wait a second, I
I'll
want to do a religion poll too. It's an odd one because I know what you mean because there's a part of me that wants to say, hey, everyone should be able to do their own thing, and I don't want to tell anyone what to believe or not to believe, and I think we should respect.
Atheist or like.
This atheist agnostic is the one where you don't know if something exists. I guess.
okay, fair. That
Yeah,
maybe I'm more like that.
Live and let live. Except that the problem with these belief systems is that I don't know that it allows that, does it?
Well then there's
Have
an
you
issue.
read the Bible?
I
If
found
you
it a
read the
thoroughly
Bible-
unentertaining read myself.
Well, I thought
You
it was
were
crazy because
atheist, agnostic, or
everybody around
other.
here is religious. So I read it,
Mm.
and it's got programming in it that's self-perpetuating like a virus. You
Mm.
have to cut off people who don't believe it,
Mm.
or always hit them with it. You have what's that called when you
Do you think
proclaim your
atheist
religion all the time?
Proselytize?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
You have to do that. You have to try to convert everybody else because you're right.
Hmm.
Think about it. You have somebody in front of you that's going to suffer eternally
Hmm.
unless they agree with you. So, what are you willing to do to get them to
Well,
agree?
And we know what they're willing to do because we've just had a whole thing here about the indigenous schools. The what are they called?
Right.
What are the schools called?
They were the Catholic, right?
And the
By
government.
nature.
It was the Catholic and
Yeah.
the government here that created schools because they went, oh, these poor people, they don't have any religion.
I'm
That-
gonna do atheist, agnostic, or other because like it's like the two ways of like not believing in anything or like believing in something.
What do you think?
That
Any other
work? Does that work?
suggestions? Atheist, agnostic. What else could you be?
Religious.
You said
Spiritual.
religious.
Religious.
Okay, that's
I just want to say, I I'm the same. I feel like it could exist. I just don't like believe.
Because honestly,
Does that,
I'm
does that
not.
make you agnostic then? So you
Yeah.
don't know if you believe or not.
For me,
Like
it's kind of just like
I don't
Do you
believe,
believe?
but like I don't believe that like God exists, but I believe there could be a higher. I'm not
I
saying
don't know
there
if I
is
spelled
one.
religion right.
Oh, so there you go. Look, Geezer Geek. Geezer Geek's a pastor for 35 years. Okay, so the question I would have then is, what is so what do you say to people who say I don't believe in God and I don't want to? Like, what's the
I
how
don't
does
know if I
that
spelled things right.
how does that work?
Well, I think okay, so like I said, those issues with religion,
Hmm.
I feel like that's hurting people. That's now an issue.
Hmm.
You know, if it's written that way, I think that is an issue. If your opinion, well, okay, I guess hurting people is objective,
Hmm.
right? That's kind of another hard thing to say.
Hmm.
I just think we should all just
We should
Everyone
all
chill.
vote,
just
please.
get along.
Also,
We
I
all
do not
just
know what Kashik is, so I didn't answer. Everyone vote.
Kashik?
Yeah.
Catholic?
Save
yeah,
the-
like I think like what User Geek said, they said personally I don't want try to push it on anyone. If they want to hear, they will. Um
If they
like you
want to
can't
hear, they'll
make
listen. If they don't, I can't make them. Right. I mean,
yeah.
but you can listen. I'm happy to listen. I just don't. It's just not my thing. I mean, it's just not gonna.
I just uh,
I
I
struggle with
feel
the
like
science of it myself. I just go like, I
but
just
Can
don't
we get everyone
understand how
to
this
vote,
can make
please? I'm
sense.
just gonna keep saying it until more than 9 people.
there's just um yeah, sorry.
Well, so I was raised Christian, so I wouldn't say that I was a well. So I would back in my day, you'd say I was a Christian, but I wasn't a Christian. I was just raised Christian. And then I got to a point where I no longer, where I just, it seemed untenable to me. It didn't make any sense to me. And I had this weird thing where I was like, wait a second. Like if there's all these stories about what would happen if like Jesus came back now, no one would believe who it was. It's like, no, they wouldn't. They think he was nuts. Right.
Okay, out of the 11 people that voted, atheist won, but I
Oh, really?
don't think that's enough to like.
Not a huge
yeah, I don't
poll.
think that's a
think
good
so. I
poll.
don't think anyone voted.
11 people.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, try the poll one more time and just
Oh, that's
you
interesting.
know
So Geezer Geek has preached in thousands of churches. They come to church because they want to hear. That makes sense. I don't preach outside the church unless specifically asked. There you go. So that makes sense.
yeah, I see I totally do not agree with a lot of stuff that
Okay.
religion has done.
Hmm.
But I have also totally seen being more exposed. I think being on the internet more, I could say.
Hmm.
That's not necessarily, it can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? I've been exposed to a lot of different people, and I've definitely seen personally a lot of people who have a religion and are really happy, and
Hmm.
it gives them, like,
Oh God, my whole
like,
family, like all of
yeah,
not my whole family. My mother's side of the family were all incredibly religious. My father-in-law, Papa, was dedicated his life to God. He was in an organization that you worked for God, and every morning he would wake up and he would talk to God and ask him what to do with his day and stuff. And I could never get my head around that. But he's
Okay.
also one of the most wonderful people I've ever known, and one of the most caring people I've ever known, and one of the most selfless people I've ever known. And he would
Okay.
say that's because of God, and I would say no, I don't think it was. I think that belittles him as a man, because I feel
That's
like
what I
Everyone,
think.
click on the top of chat. There's gonna be something called religion. It's a current
Oh,
poll.
current poll.
Sorry.
Click on that and then vote.
Okay.
I know,
That's how you
I know,
vote.
I know,
I can't
know
remember what
that,
I am. Am I agnostic or atheist? I can't remember.
You're
Uh,
atheist, Dad.
I know,
don't believe in there is a God.
Baz, I know you meant, the poll was called religion, but it just kind of sounded like you're saying, okay, guys, there's this thing called religion. Click on it. Yeah,
Already got more people than before.
Really? Yeah,
It's
yeah,
at
we're
the
getting
top
more.
of chat. Just
Right.
click on it and then you can vote. You
Okay.
can't double vote.
So
that's
sorry.
why I'm just trying to say, that's why I'm personally not, like, extremely against religion, because I think anybody, anywhere, anything, any group can can do bad stuff, and I think if there wasn't religion, there'd be some. If there wasn't some, I think there.
Straight up.
Okay, to be fair, I don't think it'd be possible for there to never be some form of religion.
Right.
But I think.
Yeah, I agree
think-
with you. I think there's people are going to cling to stuff like that.
But I think if there wasn't, I think there would have been issues created no matter what. There's always issues, right? So I don't think.
Okay, but then what do you do with something like what do you do with like a cult that believes in a certain type of religion or could even have taken like what's
Is-
you know
Is
what
Christian and religious different things?
is what?
Give me Geezer Geek said, "I'm not religious. I'm a Christian. There's a difference."
There's Christians that even think like Catholicism isn't
Should I
Christianity.
say? Should I
What is that?
close the poll and write other as well as religious?
No, I think he's parsing words a bit there.
I follow the
Okay.
tenets of Jesus Christ, which most churches have stepped away from. So you have an even more specific view of how. See, that's my problem with a lot of the religious stuff, though, too, is I find that, people have different opinions on how.
This is like a really dangerous poll.
Yeah.
To me.
No, I don't think it is at all.
It's a very, 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 very.
It's not
touchy subject.
dangerous.
Why
It's
is it
just
dangerous? I don't understand why
It
it's
is
dangerous.
Because the world is very like, I don't know. Right now, everyone is very like, I don't know. Everything you do now on social media is always going to be there for the rest of your life.
Yep.
So like,
Yep.
anything you do, period, that's like filmed, taken a
Mhm.
picture of, and it's going to be there for the rest of your life.
So you want to be careful you don't say something that's going to get you in trouble later, you mean?
And like,
Well-
I didn't write other, so they can now cancel you for not counting
Yeah.
for religion.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, look, and if people are gonna take offense to this, if you're
Everything.
if you're scared of people taking offense, then I think you'd be scared of saying everything, and I worry that kind of squashes these kind of chats. I think it's important to have these kind of chats because I think that these are things that I struggle with. Like these, I'm not professing to know any of this stuff. I'm just saying that what I struggle with is I want to respect other people. I want to do that. Like I want to respect and understand other people's perspectives on stuff. I think it's really important because without it, it's like I've said many times before, I'm sexist, racist, homophobic, and ableist. Because
So you aren't. 'Cause now that's going to be taken out of context, and now everyone thinks you're sexist.
I am.
he's fine.
No, but it's
No.
But absolutely, I would say that is the way that I have. That is the only way that I have been able to
But
move forward
you
with stuff.
aren't.
Because, well, no, because if I
No,
think
Dad,
I'm,
you're not saying this right. You aren't any of those things.
But
you
I-
are. You have a a thing. No, okay.
You have been raised. Yes.
well that's I
it's
think the point though. Like that's exactly
Always
it.
there. Everyone had
Yeah, but I'm not because I think and I think by saying that I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it's not saying I'm a bad person. I don't think I'm a bad person. I think I'm a freaking great person. But I also know that unless I assume that I'm getting stuff wrong, I'm going to assume I'm right, and I'm not going to try to change anything. And I think that when you've grown up in a very sort of sheltered kind of a way like I have, and that many of us have for that matter, that I think that we have a tendency to assume that our perspective on things is the only way of looking at things. So while I want to get along with this, I want to understand everyone's perspective. I find religion very difficult for me because I don't understand how I'm happy to listen to people. I'm happy to talk to people about stuff, but I find religion very difficult because at the end of the day, I go, but you believe in something that I can't understand existing. And I mean that for all religions.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Mm.
You don't. I'm just saying. First of what I mean by all this is, I don't necessarily believe in people's religions, and
Right.
but I respect it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Interesting. But
You're
I
so
find
nice.
it. But how do I respect it? Like I want to respect it, but how do I respect it if I don't believe in it? Like you know what I mean? Like it's like saying
You don't have to believe in something
You
to
don't have to believe in
respect
something
it.
to
Does that make sense? You just have to be like, I respect your opinion.
But how about this, Noodles? Are you respecting their religion if you cut off and say, as long as they keep it to themselves, when their specific religion says, share this with everybody, get everybody to come in.
There's a
So
difference
are
between
you
sharing it and
respecting it, or are
forcing it
you
on
just
people.
saying,
Yeah,
you
are
can
you
have
sharing?
it?
But the
Go ahead.
difference is between I think sharing something. If somebody refuses and you share, give something to someone, they say no, thank you. Is that and then you say no, and
But you're
No.
going to hell.
But they want converts. They don't.
No,
It's
but Dad, there's a difference. There's a difference.
I'll
Hey,
talk to people. I respect that. I just need if I'm fine
Right.
with it.
No,
But
you
just
are very respectful and awesome.
can
I used to get
say
in trouble
this?
because I would invite when I in my first house in Toronto, people would come in and they'd say like, have you found the Lord? And I'd say, no, I haven't, but come on in. What do you got? You know what I mean? So, and I would have like that people like my roommates would come home and they'd be like, why are there a bunch of like Jehovah's Witnesses in our living room having tea
Do you
with
guys
David?
know what?
You know?
Do they know what Jehovah's Witnesses are?
Do you know what Jehovah's Witnesses are?
so.
Or what was the
Okay.
other one? What was the one that was always at LA airport?
Seventh Day Adventist, Moonies.
Or Moonies. There was something else though. Hare Krishnas. Is that right?
Gotcha.
Was it Hare
Yes.
Krishna? I can't remember what the religion was, but
I think that's the Moonies. They said Hare Krishna.
oh, is that what they said? Oh, okay, all right, sorry, yeah.
But the
Geezer Geek's coming by to
the-
set us straight. He's gonna come by on his and show us the light. Apparently, he's kidding.
what were we talking about? Jehovah's. They believe
Jehovah's,
144,000 people only are going to go to heaven. So, and I'm like David. I
Sorry,
went
they
ahead and
how many people?
144,000.
And
So,
that's very, very random, but that's a very specific number. And that's kind
give
of
me
well,
G.
and they
I don't
get
think
it
we're
out
gonna
of the
make it.
Bible. So, but no, so I
interesting.
invite them in to talk to them. I go, okay, so you're coming here to get me to convert to your religion, knowing only 144,000 people are going to make it. I got to tell you, I'm really competitive.
So it's like the
So I'm
Olympics.
knocking-
It's like the Olympics
I
of
am
heaven.
knocking, I am going to knock one of y'all off the list. So are you cool with that?
No, because then you're not gonna go to heaven.
No, I am. I'm the one going to heaven.
Hey, we've got a
They're
first
going to
time
get
chat.
knocked out.
So first time chat, Rye9, welcome, first off.
Hi,
and
Rye9.
a great first time chat comment here that says, acknowledging and accepting differences is half the work. In the digital age, it's becoming harder and harder. I think that's true. I think people tend to get, I think Baz quite rightly says, like, you've got to be careful saying stuff because then people are going to jump on it. But I also worry that I don't want to stop being able to have these chats for fear that we're going to say something that's going to get us in trouble.
No, I think
I
what
have a
Baz
paper due
meant
at
by that
6,
is just be
so
careful
I'm
exactly
gonna
how you
have-
word things, because when taken out of context, people will absolutely destroy your entire career, your life, and your
well,
life.
Baz is right here. Let's ask him.
What?
Sorry.
No, what
That's
you
just my
thought,
take.
what you meant by that. What is your fear is that things are going to be taken out of context and that I'm going to get in trouble.
Well,
Is that it?
Dad, I think you listen to a lot of like, I don't know, like there's no like
Weirdos like
I'm
Gimpy G?
saying, no,
He's
I'm saying, like,
worried for you.
listen to like a lot of like, you're very up to date with the world, and you're a very good person, like actually a genuinely good
True
person.
story.
So when you say you're racist, homophobic, ableist, stuff like that, you're not. Like you might like. There's a difference between that stuff and like actually being.
I guess
like-
you know what it is. It's the way I think what
You were taught to believe stuff, and then you were taught to believe that stuff is absolutely horrible stuff to believe. That you took that you don't like believe that stuff anymore, but now you think that you are a horrible person for believing forever.
No. And I
about
think that's where we differ here, because I used to think I was a horrible person for having, for questioning stuff about equality and sexism and all this kind of stuff, until I think the only way I could find any kind of joy for myself and any kind of learning for myself was to go, okay, I have these flaws, not because of who I am, but because of how I've been raised. And again, not to blame my parents. It's purely, that's just the system that we lived in. You know what I mean?
Not your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a bad. But
No,
you're
no.
not
Ah,
like those things.
no, I know, and that I think that's the difference. I think is that when I say I am racist, I'm not saying I'm a bad person who thinks racist thoughts. I'm saying because of the way I grew up, I didn't have a lot of black friends. I didn't have a lot of understanding of a black perspective on
No,
growing up in
but
Toronto, right?
but that doesn't make you racist.
I think it does. I do. I really do think it does, or at least biased, if that makes sense.
No, you can have a bias. That's different, though.
But isn't bias racism? Isn't it the same thing?
Uh,
No,
James.
What does James say?
because I have like, I don't know. I have a bias against.
Sorry, James Gurney's enjoying this too much. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I know. I would disagree. I say bias. I don't know. There's
No,
not
I get it.
like-
I get it. Yeah.
Anyway, I have a paper due in like 5 minutes, and I'm not done it.
What?
So I'm gonna
What's
head
it
out.
on?
Geography. But I'm gonna head out. But
Alright.
thank you. Good conversation.
got it.
Don't get canceled. Then.
Schedule a meeting.
Is it good? You'll get canceled. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Baz, and thank you for not for standing up for me against me.
Against you, yes. I wish if the children were here, I don't know if you noticed, I got more quiet. I just don't want the kids to like take anything I say, because who am I? But
Very
Oh.
nice.
Yeah, nice guy with
Well,
with
yeah,
a different with yet a
true.
another different perspective on stuff, right?
my perspectives are so. Do people come up to you? Because people come up to me, and because I'm smiling or happy or doing things, like teaching or whatever, they'll say, what religion are you? Because obviously you're religious. And I say, no, I'm an atheist. And they're, well, how are you happy? Right? And I'm like, what?
But
I
for
don't
some
even
people, I
get
guess
what
that's
the-
the only way they can find happiness. Is that possible? It's kind of
Right.
sad.
They need to believe that there's a purpose for, like, they think I need you were put in a wheelchair to teach us all a lesson. And for me, that just pisses me off.
Yeah, because I would say that's a rather
no-
ableist perspective on stuff.
Nobody
think-
asked me. I
Yeah.
prefer to think it randomly happened. And then, like everything else, we bring our own purpose and our own meaning to what we're doing. So that to me is far more comforting than I'm a pawn that's going to be hurt or whatever at the whim of some creature I don't understand.
That I've somehow got to get through what's being given to me as my burden in life so that I could then have a better life later.
Right. And always, these conversations always end with them going, oh, so you want me to feel sorry for you? Or, oh, you're angry at God. I'm like, no, I'm not angry at God. There's nothing there. There's nothing to be angry at, but they don't get that at all. And it's because they've been immersed in that since childhood. Literally,
Yeah,
if we had
absolutely.
20 years, and if we had a 20-year moratorium on indoctrination, I think we could cure religion. But that's just me.
That's an interesting thing, because I would say, should you be allowed? Allowed is a wrong word. Is it advised?
I like it.
Is it advised
Oh, good.
to, from birth, start? I mean, I guess we do it no matter what we do, right? I guess just by parenting, you are foisting your beliefs and system on your child. But it is an interesting thing that, like, I went to school since I was a very small child. I was going to Sunday school. I was going to school that had Christian, not religious knowledge, Christian knowledge as a big component in their day. So I was not a Christian boy. I was raised to be Christian, right?
Right.
But you're saying that, how were you raised, Gimpy G? Were you raised to be Christian?
There was all the way around me that grandma's side, Mormon. So I'm like in the, whatever that thing is that they sign, put your name to so you go to heaven. So I'm covered either way.
Oh, really?
let's
Good.
see.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah, they're big in the Mormons. So, I'm good.
The Mormon thing is that I cannot get my head
It's
around that stuff.
fascinating. It's amazing.
It is
We
like
have-
so
yeah.
complicated.
Well, and we have direct knowledge of the original grift.
Yeah.
We know who started it. We know he was in jail for doing grifts, and this was just another project for him. And it's still now it's a big religion. So,
did you ever read Richard Dawkins? Was it Richard Dawkins? Did I get that right?
yes,
Yeah, the God Delusion.
yes. Also,
Fascinating.
Stephen Jay Gould. Was it Gould?
I don't know.
Was
I don't
Gould?
know.
I did.
I just love the spaghetti monster. He had the whole spaghetti monster thing where he's like, he decides to start his own religion. And he's like, okay, what if there's a giant spaghetti monster and we've all got to worship the giant spaghetti monster?
There's oh, by the way, did you know, this is just a very random fact, you need 3 people to start a religion officially.
We could do what? Why don't we start a Tech Bandits religion?
We've discussed this before.
The church,
pretty sure.
I think that was a cult.
Oh wait, yeah, it might have been.
We're gonna do a cult, and now you know.
No,
but we have our own coins. We have our own coins now. Why don't we just start our own country?
How many? No, you need land for that, and I
got a little bit of land. I got a little.
Yeah, but it's already in a country, isn't it?
Good point.
And we don't want to start a war over that.
Right. A church. We're going to start a church. We're the Church of Technology. Well, what's funny is I'm actually the member. I am a member of a church. I'm an official member of a church. It's called the Church of the Spiritual Humanists. I don't know what.
I mean, I'm baptized.
To it, but it was me too. But not only am I baptized, I'm also confirmed.
Oh yeah, that's
no.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Wow.
It means
so
like
you're 16 or something, right?
Yeah, it means that at 16, before you can make any real good decisions, they make you make a decision saying that you dedicate your life to whatever religion you've just been, indoctrinated in. So,
But now you don't really.
Hallowed are the Tech Bandits. Praise be the Gimpy G.
Wait, it turned into a Dalek for a second.
Yeah, it was kind of Dalek-like, wasn't it? Spaghetti Monster was started by a man named Bobby Henderson. Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was a. No, I thought that was a. I thought that was a. What's it called? I thought that was part of his book. What was the book? The Geezer Geek starting today. The church, the Cyber Church of the Geezer Geek. I should look up the Church of the Spiritual Humanists because I became a member because it was a very simple way of being allowed to conduct marriages in California. So my friends wanted me to marry them. So I went and found this church that will, for $50, will give you a card that says you're a pastor or whatever, to their crazy religion. And the religion basically says that if God shows up, we will acknowledge his
I like it.
Which I kind of liked it. But that said, I want to look them up again because I want to make sure that I haven't signed myself up for something horrible. Church of the, what did I call them? Spiritual Humanists? Spirit. I can't even spell spiritual. Spiritual Humanists. There you go. That's it. It's a free online ordination. Oh, it's free now. I think I paid for it. Okay, so what is spiritual humanism? This is what I've signed up for.
That's probably not a scam. I know people.
Okay, there you go. A religion.
That's actually fine. I think that's more like it.
Okay, a religion based on the ability of human beings to solve the problems of society using logic and science. Done. See?
Hey, what's 17,000 hours? Wait, no, what's 22? Never mind, we're good.
Do you mean in days or what do you mean?
Oh wait, I said that wrong. Never mind. We're up.
I'm in trouble.
17 right now.
What have I done? Aka is a minister of the Universal Life Church. Universal Life. That's interesting. I'm an atheist. My son went to a Catholic primary school, and my daughter goes to a Christian school. Both my local schools. See, this is my issue, Miss Lintz. I worry about that because I go, wait a second. The condition of you sending your child to a good school and getting a good education should not depend on them getting raised as Christians. That really bothers me. And what bothers me more is that in Canada, we are funding the Catholic school, which does exactly that. A Catholic school is a school that tells...
It's a school board, so yes.
But the Catholic schools teach girls that they're going to hell if they have sex before they're married. They have only recently started to consider contraception. They don't teach. There's no health class where they learn how things work. Or limited amounts, certainly in my understanding of it. I've been really unimpressed with the Catholic school system here, and I don't understand why a government and taxpayers' money would go towards that. But that's a whole other controversy that I'll not go into.
This
Yeah.
seems like a very strong
Yeah,
opinion.
that's
Yeah.
a whole nother conversation.
When next time we meet, did I tell you guys I tried to start my own branch of Christianity?
What?
What?
Really?
What?
Next time we get together,
Yeah.
I even started going to churches and speaking, and of course I had merch, and I couldn't go through it. But we'll talk.
So you were going to start your own like scam church, or was it like a legitimate church?
Well, let's not call it a scam if you think it's gives people benefit.
Oh, I
That's
see.
probably one of the.
Oh,
Yeah,
people
there
get
you
stuff.
go.
There you go.
This kind of
Yeah.
scares me. Not gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, Gimpy's. There's a whole dark side to Gimpy. You don't want to know.
This
I'm
is
sure.
Oh, that's
kind
a
of-
dark.
Oh,
dark side.
Yeah. We're gonna find out all sorts of stuff about Gimpy soon. He's that his.
Well,
church-
I just thought because everybody thought I must be religious because of my sunny disposition. So then I thought, well, what would I say if I was religious?
Hmm.
And then why would I think that and what? And I went through that, started writing some stuff down,
Hmm.
and then started presenting that, and people were eating it up, and I could not do it.
Wow.
Because people would come up to me afterwards and say how awesome that was, and I've bolstered their belief, and if there's anything they could do for me, I was like, oh God dang it, I can't do it.
No, I see. That's my problem. Is like I wish I wasn't a nice person because man, you could make a lot more money and do a lot better in the world.
Yes.
Sometimes I think if
And
you're
that
just
was
a
my
complete-
idea.
Yeah.
I
was
don't
gonna-
actually.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say about the nice person thing.
Mm.
I don't really care about doing better. If I do better in the world because I'm mean to people and people don't like me, I don't want to do better in the world.
Yeah, I feel like I
I'm okay
wouldn't be
with that.
happy that
Yeah.
way anyways, if that makes sense. You know, but
Right.
but it is weird that people think you can't be happy or you can't be good without a religion as the basis for it. Like I
That-
don't.
yeah.
And that's just wrong.
But then you get into a whole thing of like, is there good and is there evil?
Well, yeah.
Well, you
they-
know what
No.
I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through. You know, I'm gonna go. My personal morals is if I am hurting someone, and if like seriously hurting them, not if people are overreacting and pretending to be hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not if like what I mean is if not if someone goes up to me and gets really mad at me and then they're like, "You tripped me, you murdered me." I don't know. Okay, sorry, that's a very
You
random.
tricked me. You murdered me. I'm not gonna listen to them because they're dead.
So they're soccer players. Got you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
If they are soccer players,
yeah.
no listening.
Right.
But I just will try to not hurt people.
Mm.
If people okay, but there's what I mean is there's a point where I think that if me existing and my views existing and I'm not like trying to push them on anyone and someone says that hurts them or I'm not those kinds of people. I
Mm.
mean, just because if they can have a view, then I can have a view, and as long as I
Yeah.
think I'm not.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm totally I'm not saying that people shouldn't think this stuff through for themselves and have their own beliefs and stuff on stuff. But I don't see any reason to accept those beliefs, if that makes sense. Like I don't know what it means to respect someone's beliefs if you don't like, you know what I mean? Like I respect that
how
you
about
have
this?
beliefs. I just don't have to respect
Yeah.
those beliefs, right? Like
Oh,
people
you don't-
believe they don't need to take the vaccine. I'm like, well, you're welcome to have those thoughts, but I can't respect those, right? Does that
I
make
mean,
sense?
I think yes. I mean, what I mean is you don't have to respect the belief specifically, but I think respect they're allowed to have that opinion. Respect that. Is what
Right.
I mean.
Well, and interesting talking about indoctrination. I mean, there's many people I'm sure who could say, well, David, you're doing TechBandits. You are using that as a way of having my beliefs. Like I'm sharing my beliefs with all of you. And I suppose
You can't talk to someone without sharing your beliefs.
Well, that's true. But that's the other thing is I feel like a lot of the stream stuff that I see and I see other people seeing doesn't have there's no value to it. It's not even, it's like entertainment at the very loosest sense. Like to me, what I find entertaining is learning stuff and discussing stuff and getting different perspectives on stuff. I mean, I just find that interesting. All right. So, and again, the other thing I worry about is like, I know Baz really worries about me offending people, but I feel like I feel like we've got to be very careful not to lose our voice because we're worried about saying something.
Offending people on the internet might
Well,
be.
and if you say something, if you don't say the wrong thing, sometimes you're never going to learn. You're never going to learn, right? I mean, like if I always have the right answers, I don't learn anything. If I say the wrong things, I feel like I feel like we need to be able to make mistakes in order
No,
to
no, I'm
get
not.
better at
I'm not.
things.
I think. Okay. What I personally am worried about is to be careful about saying something, because I'm just more worried about not sharing your beliefs, just the fact that people get genuinely really wrecked from like something they say on the internet that's taken out of context, and
Mm,
I
they
just I just
yeah
want to
yeah
say something about like this entire topic.
mm.
Why would you like dedicate your life to something that could be like I don't like that's not completely proven?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I think that's exactly my problem. with stuff.
scientific theories.
And
sorry,
yet,
sorry.
But part of religion,
There.
is faith, right? And that's the thing that
Yeah.
I always stumble on. I go like, some people just say, "Well, you've just got to believe," and I said, "But no, that's to me that's." And again, I think and scientific theories is a very different thing altogether. I would say
You know,
because
I know.
that's using thing like fact based. You're going through and seeing things, what works, what doesn't work. You're
Yeah, I
taking
know.
things out of the equation. But
I just want to say that is.
but no, I would say,
Sorry.
Wolf Pup, you in one
Yeah.
sentence has wrapped up what I've been trying to say for the last God knows how long, basically. Well done, because I mean
Yay, Wolf Pup.
that's exactly it. I mean that's exactly it. And I think
Because
that
you can't really tell if it's real or not. So what makes me confused is people dedicating their entire life in like going every like day and like that just for something that they don't know.
well, and it's
Hmm,
to
I
me, it's
can-
also one of the reasons why I started Tech Bandits was I felt that there were a lot of kids who unlike me. When I was a kid, I wanted to know how everything worked. I took everything apart. I broke so many things that I shouldn't have. I got into so much trouble because I was constantly taking stuff apart to see how they work. And I was worried that 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 I want to find other people who are interested in that as well. And I think that applies to ideas as well. Like I think you want to be very careful when someone says something, teaches you something. If you don't understand it, then it's not true until it can be explained properly, right? And I think
Yes.
that's a really good way of approaching life. If you're constantly questioning everything, that's a great thing. It's going to drive people nuts, and who cares? Because you're
including yourself, right?
including
David?
yourself. Absolutely. I can't
Exactly.
stop. I go down like, yeah. But like, think about it. Like, the more you don't know, if you don't know something, if you get something wrong in your day, you just learned something. If you don't get anything wrong all day, you learned nothing. Right?
Yeah, I know.
So
I think
that's
it did learn something though.
Mm.
If you're like trying to continuously learn, sort of like I'm doing, you're learning stuff through the day,
Mm.
but you're not like getting anything wrong at the same time.
Mm. Sorry, if you're run that by me again.
Well,
If you're
Fox just
if you're always trying to learn,
Mm.
like just like researching, then you're learning without really making mistakes. Like what
Right.
you're trying.
fair. I
Right.
understand what you mean.
Right. I
It's
know.
kinda funny,
okay.
actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, to me, I feel like that's what school should be like. I feel like you should go to school and have these arguments all the time. Like that would be the coolest school ever. Where you
Oh.
just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Instead of this kind of, I feel like it's like I mean, I do Tech Bandits, not even just I do Tech Bandits because frankly, you guys can teach me more than I will ever be able to teach you, because you'll point me in directions of things that I hadn't even thought of before. So that's I think that's part of the fun for me as well, or watch others fail and learn from them. Yeah, that's true, Stollerex. That works too.
Yeah,
Gimpy G is in fact being eaten by his dogs. Yes.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, he forgot about. Yeah.
Just say, I
Forgot
think
to feed them.
there's totally ways to believe in. Maybe that's just me. I think I believe in stuff without having 100% absolute proof, and I
Hmm.
think I mean, not like actual. How do I explain this? I mean, sometimes I kind of like. Sometimes I feel like personally. Sometimes I feel like stuff sucks a lot, but I personally just have to keep thinking that it's gonna get better, or else I feel like I won't be able to,
Yeah.
you know.
Or make it better, right? Or what can you do? What can you
I
learn? What
mean,
can you
make it
do to
better
make things
too,
better?
but sometimes I can't do stuff about certain things, and
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, we just have to believe that it will get better and it won't be awful forever, and
Mhm.
that's, yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like a healthy combination of the two. I think you want
yeah,
to be,
that's
you
what I
want
mean.
to, as you say, I think you want to have a positive attitude on stuff, but at the same time, also know when there's something that you can step in and be of some use for, right? I mean, it may not be exactly directly related to what you're worried about, but maybe it helps in a sort of a roundabout way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And certainly getting an education is a huge help because the more you know, the more useful you're going to be to people later on and to yourself later on, right? I mean, that's my thing. Is like I just, I'm always like kind of, I always think it's like, like everyone has something that they're good at. It could be the weird. I mean, it could be, and if you can find out what that thing is or what they love or what they're interested in, you can learn so much from them because you'll learn what their specialty is, right? So it's just it's that eternal curiosity thing. I better jump in with a couple things here because some very kind people have said
Yeah.
like DJ Stephen R. Stewart has subscribed, and I have to thank him for that.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
But
Anna's Mind Abode. Oh, Anna's Mind Abode has subscribed. Thank you very much. And we got a bunch of
good
followers.
job on the reading there, David.
I know I'm sucking it. X-Wing T65 followed. Thank you very much. Aka followed. I feel like Aka's already followed once. But anyways, hello again. Oh, that was an hour ago. Oh my God. That was an hour ago.
Oh
Watcher
yeah,
652 subscribed. Anyone else subscribed here? Gaminator subscribed. Cosmo Quest subscribed. Wow. Oh, they rated. Oh my God. Cosmo
Oh my
Quest
God,
rated with 13 people 2 hours ago.
oh wait,
Wait, you were streaming 2 hours? They
Wait a sec. How long have I been streaming for?
3
2
hours.
hours.
Shut the
No,
front
2.
door. Seriously? Oh my God. Okay, so you guys are obviously way more interesting than my life. Okay, then I should wrap it up. Oh my God, it's been 3 hours.
No, it's only 5 o'clock.
I know. Is it only 5?
Yeah, it's only
Oh,
5.
it's 20 after 5. Okay, so I got a bit of time. Okay. Watcher's been subscribed for 17 months. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's why.
I know that, but why did it show up? That's so weird. Okay. Anyways.
I was really confused why I was tired around 5. It's 6 here.
Ruby K, how are you, Ruby K? Okay, time for you to go. It's been great chatting with you all. I bid you a good night. Thank you, Untidy Check. You have a good one. Caveman crafting. The majority of the world is not in reality much better, just more technologically advanced. They're not better at reality, they're more technology. That's true. Well, think about it. I mean, wow, 23:30, 11:30 in Sweden. Hey, Sweden! Has anyone talked to Bat? What do we call
That
it?
food, Elsa?
Bat food. Did we talk to Elsa recently?
No, I haven't.
haven't seen
Well, I
Elsa.
haven't been.
You know what? I
I-
bet you she's watching the Olympics. All that figure skating stuff.
Oh yeah.
I bet
Oh
you she's
God.
totally into that.
Oh, and they. Darn, they actually have like a good time to watch it too. Ours, all the good stuff happens like in the middle of the night here.
Oh wow! Check this out. Whoa, we got people from Sweden, from Portugal, from Croatia. You know, we've got to do one of those maps. Someone's got to find me one of those maps where we can just put the pins on it. Like that way of adding pins to Google Maps so we can see where everybody in the chat's from. I think that'd be so cool.
In
US
a like whereabout area. Don't just be like, okay, now we're all just gonna put all of our addresses on this map.
Scotland. The map would be so much fun, wouldn't it, Captain Catherine? That'd be a.
No, just like where people like. I guess like more like if people in like who we have in certain
Oh,
places.
Jonathan MLH is saying there's probably a Twitch mod for that. I bet you there is. That's a good point.
Or what?
Netherlands.
Sorry.
Oh, I want to go to the Netherlands so badly. Is it the Netherlands or is it just Netherlands?
Oh, I just want to say something that I'm very excited for about the summer.
What do you got?
What?
I'm
Warmth?
I'm around like 30 minutes away from Bay Fundy.
Seriously? You gonna watch the tides?
Yeah. I can go over to Bay Fundy during the summer.
Don't they have like crazy tides there?
Yeah. It goes. You can walk on the sea floor when it's at its bottom tide.
So we used to live in a place called Point Roberts, and Point Roberts had a little bay there. Can't remember what it was called. Something Bay. And it was the same thing. When the tide went out, you could walk almost right across to America. It was so shallow. But it also makes for really nice warm water.
You can search up the Bay of Fundy on stream.
Hey, Medicine Fox. Thank you, first time chat. Says, just discovered you by accident, David. You were my hero as a kid. McKay, thanks for that. Greetings from Germany. What Medicine Fox is saying is that I'm very young. How youthful and young I look is probably what Medicine Fox is trying to say. But greetings from Germany. Yes, thank you for joining. Everyone say hi to Medicine Fox, even if they make me feel very old.
Hey, David, random questions. Very
Yes.
random. But do you ever find it but when people tell you they've like known you forever and you don't know them?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm just curious about. Because I know you're not like the world-class celebrity, but you... Last time I checked. Am I wrong?
You're really not a very classy celebrity. No, you're right.
No,
yes,
I just
think
mean
that's
like...
I think that's a fair assumption. Yes. I'm not like a star or anything. Yeah.
But like a lot of people know you. Is that ever weird? Almost?
So sometimes. You sort of get used to it in a weird way. Like you sort of learn how to handle it. Because you sort of...
Well, not less handle. I'm just curious if...
Let me tell you, I'll tell you my funniest story. Probably not my funniest. One of the funniest stories about that was I was at Disneyland with the family, and a guy came up to me and said, "Hi, excuse me, would you mind, would you mind taking a photo?" And I was like, "Oh, of course." And so I took the phone and I took a photo of me and the people and him and his family behind me. And then he said, "Thank you. Could you do one of just us?" And he was just asking us. He just wanted me to take a photo of his family in front of Disneyland. But I thought, because people asked me to take photos with them, that they were asking for a photo of me. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Yes, it is weird.
You were at Disneyland. Someone asked if they could have a
Can I take a photo? And I said, yes, of course you can. And I went and I held the photo up and I did my usual little smiley face and I did a selfie and I got them in the background perfectly. And they're all hunched together trying to get in the photo. And then he said, thank you. Could you do one without you in it now? He just wanted a photo of his family. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you tell him after, I'm the world famous?
No, I was so embarrassed. It was like ridiculous.
Oh,
yeah.
That gives me the feeling of calling out to someone and then it's not them and it's some random person and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, Dark Enforcer says there is a stream thing you can put in that shows the place people log. Okay, so I have this, what's it called? I have Streamlabs. Is there something in Streamlabs that would do that? I wonder if there's. That is definitely something McKay would do. It's very true. It is weird. It is weird sometimes. It gets less weird now because it's so long ago that less people recognize me. Also, the great thing about the pandemic, I got a mask on, so no one ever bugs me. It's great. Although sometimes I miss it.
I feel like if some people hear you, they just be like,
Right.
No, I'm just saying that because I find it interesting because when a lot of the time people on stream are here and they're like, I know you, and I'm like, that's kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of weird for me to think about since
you know me.
I'm gonna admit something. I did not actually know you were an actor for like a long time.
No, why would you? Like it never.
That's fair.
It's not like it came up while we were doing TechBandits or anything.
Also,
usually, right?
before TechBandits, I had no clue what Stargate was, and I just kind of accepted that people were talking.
See how forgiving I am? This is what I'm willing to put up with. That is how good a person I am. Is that I will forgive you for that.
Yeah, I had no clue. I thought it was some because when I first joined like online TechBandits, people were always talking about Stargate, and I was like, yes.
Why is everyone here so?
I just want to say I have a Stargate hat beside me.
You were wearing it the last time, but you're not a Stargate fan though, right?
I haven't actually watched the show. I've watched a little bit of it and I liked it, but it's not really on anything that we have.
It's actually it's a good point. I don't even know what it's on now anymore. I still can't find any maps. Come on, there's got to be a map thing somewhere. I would literally be willing to. Oh, maybe I could get one to put on WordPress. Maybe I could put it on the TechBandits site.
I don't know. I think about that sometimes, and I think it's kind of funny because like.
Oh, it's your
Personally,
canvas
for me,
painting. Thank you very much.
personally for me, I think about like sometimes you think of like celebrities as like these incredible, like not to say David that
Yes.
you're mean, you're really nice,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
they're just people.
They're incredible. Not
Like-
like me.
Oh god.
I just want to say it's something that I never knew until right now.
What?
The baby is in GTA.
Who?
The baby.
That
You know what I
that
didn't know until now? Who the hell's DaBaby?
You don't know who the baby.
rapper?
Not a clue. I'm
Rapper?
old, remember?
He's a rapper, right?
Yeah,
Am I-
he's a rapper who
Okay,
does
good.
Da
a
baby,
Good thing I
lot-
got
like
that one.
DAH baby.
No, DA
Oh.
baby.
Duh baby.
Okay. What are they?
You know?
Duh, baby.
Rockstar. Is that? I think I know that song, don't I? Let's just
Like
try a
Bop-
second of it.
I was just in a car and Bop started playing.
Here we go.
Ah yes.
I just
Bob.
want to hear the song.
I pull up like
Nope, not a clue.
Yeah.
I guess
No,
I
but
can't
it's
really
definitely-
play it, can I? Because otherwise I'll get in trouble.
No, you'll get demonetized.
I'll get demonetized and demoralized and all that. Hey, is Gippy G still with us?
No.
What happened
Oh,
to Gippy
he's
G?
not? I thought he still. Oh, he left.
Why'd he go?
I don't know.
Is he having internet problems again?
You might be.
Oh man,
Probably.
someone's got to get good internet out there. There's all sorts of things on Streamlabs. Like I should really have things that pop up that say, "Hey, people are someone just subscribed and stuff." But yeah, this is something I've got to play with. I promise. No, I don't.
Yeah, I just what I mean by that is like it gives me more insight onto this is very random. It gives me more insight onto thinking about other people that are kind of famous, right? It's like sometimes you think about them and you're like, wow, it's kind of incredible, but it's like they're people, right?
Well, that's the weird thing is like, so I listen to podcasts and stuff now, and I watch YouTubers with Baz when he was a kid. Now they just all yell and say inappropriate things, and so I don't like watching them. But or a lot of them do. But
That's what being a streamer is now.
I know, isn't that weird though? Like I don't know what.
Oh.
But again, I remember meeting a bunch of them when I first started watching YouTube, and I was like, I mean, I was like a nerd fan. You know what I mean? Like I was a fan of their stuff. I've been watching their stuff
Yeah.
or having their voice in my head for like, I mean, God, what's his name?
Oh, Gimpy G!
Gimpy G's
Shout out.
back!
Oh, Geezer Geek. Can I
Yeah.
have your autograph?
What happened, buddy?
Oh, if I don't eat, I can get sick. And then sister's been gone, so she came back and said, "You're not eating. You haven't ate yet." I haven't eaten anything, so
Oh, dude.
now
were,
I
we,
have.
were we distracting you from your food?
Yeah, I was loving the
Okay.
combo. I know everybody else was uncomfortable, but I liked it.
What? No, I don't. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. I see, but this is what I worry about is I worry that we're raising or that we're becoming, I shouldn't say raising because it's not just people who are younger than me, but I feel like we're getting so nervous about expressing our true opinions about things for fear that we might say the wrong thing. And I mean, that's not an excuse to be offensive. I just think it's
Right.
important that
No,
especially at
I-
Tech Bandits. In this thing right here, I feel like this should be like
Yeah,
the
you're
zone.
right, David.
This
You're
should
the
be
only one that can get that people can cancel you. They don't have no clue who I am.
Oh, I'll tell
Yeah.
them. I'll tell them.
Darn, no.
Wait a sec. Noodle Raccoon is your are you sucking up to Geezer Geek? Noodle Raccoon, you are my
he
hero.
said no one's asked for his autograph, so of course I
You
have to ask him
follow
for his autograph.
You follow my Twitch and ask for an
Oh, I
autograph.
do,
There you
don't
go.
I?
Cancel culture worries me. That's the fault of cancel. I don't really understand cancel culture, but hey.
Oh
have you ever
yeah,
heard
no,
about
it
the
sucks.
Western world is a bit too comfortable.
Because personally, I think no matter okay, maybe not, no matter, but even if someone does something really bad, that's no reason to leak their information, leak where they live.
Ooh, dox
Get
them.
rid of-
I learned that term. Dox?
Yeah, dox them. Get
Why
rid
is
of all
it
their
called
privacy.
dox, by the way? Does anyone know why
I
it's
don't
called dox?
know.
Is it
Actually,
like docs, D-O-C-S, like you're documenting where they're from?
No,
Maybe.
it's DOX.
It is, yeah.
Hmm.
Docs. Okay, so Geezer Geek, do you know what docs, like, I know what it means, but I mean, do you know where it comes from? Cancel culture is mostly people on Twitter freaking out about minor things, yes.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
why. Ah, no, darn it. Sorry.
At the same time, see, I don't like the term cancel because I feel like if you truly deserve to be quote unquote canceled, then you haven't been canceled. You've just been caught. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're not being canceled. They got caught for doing something wrong, right? Or caught for saying, you know, doing or saying or believing something. Not believing is the wrong word. Or you know, I mean,
Expressing opinions that were hurting people. Please stop.
Is that right?
No, not always. I know there's so many cancels. Like there's one YouTuber I knew, he got canceled because he was speaking Spanish or whatever, and then his first language is Spanish, but
That's cool.
Also can speak English.
Wait a sec. So I shouldn't speak Spanish? We're all
no, that was that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It was something like it was offensive or something.
They were making fun of Spanish? Like doing a bad
I don't know if they
fake
were,
Spanish
but
accent?
even if they were, they are like that's their first language. And also I'm pretty sure they are Mexican.
Well, there was an interesting case here where there was a filmmaker who made a couple of very big films as an indigenous filmmaker. So, but then when she was asked, like what group of indigenous people she belonged to or was from, it was discovered that she wasn't from anyone. She wasn't indigenous, but she'd grown up to believe that she was because like she had like I can't remember whether it was her dad or somebody used to tell stories about so-and-so who used to actually be indigenous. And like, it was like those tall tales from the West type thing. So she grew up believing she was indigenous. She made films as an indigenous filmmaker and got funded as an indigenous filmmaker. And then it was like, you're not indigenous. And she's like, oops, you know? So,
I've got
you can't get mad at her
not
for that.
disabled.
Yeah, I've always known you were totally faking it. Look at you. You can move your shoulders better than I can.
I can. Well, not really the shoulders.
Right.
But a lot less complaining.
Yeah. I know you can complain less than me. Doxing is the act of publicly revealing previously private personal information about an individual organization, usually via the internet. Thank you. But
like if someone was
where does the term come from? Oh, SD Jizlana. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Honestly, gonna be honest, if you go back in old streams, I don't know how long they're logged, how far back they're logged, but you could probably find my name, like my actual name. That's very random, but
well, you got to be careful with that too, because the other thing is there's just a lot of freaking creepy people out there.
Yeah, no, not like my full name.
You have to watch. Okay, every tech bandit should watch the Tinder Swindler. Just watch it.
Why?
Because it's what I worry about as a grown-up, what I worry about people who aren't used to this stuff and aren't used to a certain amount of fame and stuff or whatever, is that I feel like this guy preyed on, he researched who people were and gave them made himself into exactly who they wanted. And then he ripped them off. And he groomed them and then he ripped them off. And I feel like we all think we're so smart that no one's going to make an idiot of us, but we're all capable of these things, right?
The one thing about that is if someone messages me randomly and I don't know who they are, I don't answer, and I would probably usually block them.
Yeah, I think the younger kids are more safe than these in-betweens that were maybe not part of the initial internet.
And also, I just think that we make mistakes, right? It's very easy to just, without thinking, do something. Totally. Oh my God. At one point, I think I opened up the Discord to everybody, and oh my God, Cal nearly had a heart attack. Because I was like, what does it matter, man? Let's just let everyone talk of everyone else. And she's like, you've got children. She was like shutting it down because she's like, you can't like open your Tech Bandits up to everybody on the internet. It's just not, it's not smart. But I'm, of course, like being such a silly...
I don't know if Cal's here, but thanks, Cal.
Cal can't make it today because she's not a good person.
No, Cal's
By the way, today's Cal's birthday, so we should all sing happy birthday to her.
My God.
Happy
How did that even start? I have a question. How did genuinely?
Because she loves it. She's like, if she could have a birthday every day, Cal would. I think whenever anyone sees Cal, they should just wish her happy birthday. Also, Ruby.
Wait, is it her birthday or is she lying to us?
No.
Or acting?
I literally don't know when her birthday is, so I just say it's her birthday every day.
So we just say
anytime I mention her.
Oh, thank you, Toledo, for the bits.
Thank you so much. I haven't seen bits for a while. That's like I forgot about the whole bit thing. Now everyone's, and Ruby K Like she says, we're always lying yeah, I'm always lying to them, but the fact is, it's also Ruby K's birthday. Okay.
Oh my god.
May I throw
Happy
something out
birth-
real quick?
sorry.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
What
No,
is
go
that?
ahead.
Is that I keep
It's a
thinking like
chirping.
I keep thinking that someone's doing that just to say that my joke's not funny.
It's a cricket, responding to your acting.
Oh,
No,
I
but
see.
okay,
Got it.
okay.
Yeah, what do you got?
Baz was giving you a hard time, right, for saying that you were ableist. Say,
I think he
okay.
was. Well, I don't think he was giving me a hard time. I think
Right,
he was just,
right.
He's trying to protect me from myself. I think.
Yeah.
Can I give two? I'm going to give the kids two scenarios. Both have happened to me.
Okay, go.
Okay, I've had kids drive by or walk by on their bikes, ride by, and call, say cripple, 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 stuff like that.
But
Okay.
why would they? I don't understand why you do that. That's
I
like
don't
walking
know,
by and going
but-
ugly, 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 or whatever. White.
Right,
me
I
want-
don't
mean,
know.
like-
And they also,
Right. It just makes me want to throw up.
you know, the sound that's supposed to mean mentally disabled too,
Yeah.
or whatever they do that.
What is it?
too.
What's the sound?
But like kind
Oh,
of a different.
yeah. Baz got mad at me because I went duh about something, and apparently
Oh,
you're not.
see, I'm okay with that.
See, but you're
This
not supposed.
was like
Apparently, you're not supposed to say that, which I sort of understand now because it's like you're mocking somebody
Yeah.
who isn't thinking or being able to vocalize their thoughts, which I get.
Okay,
Again,
so now-
see, ableist. That I would say that's ableist
Well,
because it never occurred to me that I would be.
Show you a separate,
Yeah, there you go.
a separate thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I was teaching for several years, and my grandpa said, out of nowhere, I don't know how a cripple can teach, but I'm awful proud of you.
Ha!
So,
Interesting.
which one's ableist? Which one's more ableist? The grandpa was giving me a compliment in his 1937 way,
Right.
or
Right.
whatever, 47.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I just took it for what it was meant to be rather
Mm.
than what it's actually said, I guess.
Right. Right. Well, it's
I know,
also
but
not
there
your
was a certain-
responsibility. It's also not your responsibility to change people's opinion on that stuff, right? Unless you feel like
Right,
if you
right.
want to voice it, you do. But if you don't, you don't, right? I mean,
I feel like that's what you meant by ableist, though. It's like you don't know all the ins and outs of every disability.
no, absolutely
So,
not.
of course, you're going to overlook things. You're not going to
Yeah.
know the exact right thing to say. So you're not saying you're ableist in an awful way.
Hmm.
You're just saying by omission or by ignorance.
I
Yes.
wish I wasn't. I'm not proud of the fact. I'm just saying that I think
Well,
the best
but
way to
everybody
approach.
is.
But the best way to, it's like I don't go to I don't go to the internet going like I know everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't learn anything, right? I mean, like that's
Right.
So
No, I think just what Baz was saying is that he took it as, I think I might be wrong, but I think he took it as you basically saying you were a bad person, and I think he was trying.
right. I get it. And I think Baz and I have this discussion a lot, actually. Whereas, like, what do we, like, because he really hates it when I say that. He hates it. But part of it's because I think in my own mind, I always thought of racism as kind of like people in white sheets and swastikas and arms in the air and all that kind of stuff. Like, I thought that when someone says you're a racist, that's what they meant. And I feel like that, I think in a way that it's kind of, it's almost scarier that that's what's thought of, because I think if we assume that that's the only type of racist there is, then you're not gonna learn anything, right? So, and
Yeah.
the ableist
You know what I
thing-
find
yeah, sorry.
interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it interesting that people call you a fascist, David. That's kind of interesting.
Only my son, and it's usually about homework in some way. Yeah. Hey, Zenos, how are you, bud? Racism is often more subtle than that. Yeah, I think, in fact, the racism I'm most scared of is the underlying bias that I have that I wouldn't, that makes me, that really bothers me. You know what I mean? Like,
You wouldn't
It's just
realize that you're
intrinsic,
doing it?
right? Yeah.
Mm. Well, like, I mean, it's the things that as a a white male growing up in Toronto, you have was a straight white male. I mean, I have, so I have a certain perspective on stuff that's going to be completely different than. I remember having a really fascinating discussion with a guy who I was a coworker, another actor, and we were talking about the story that he was telling me about how this group of people had come up and had threatened to kill him because they'd offended him, and they went off, and someone comes running up to him and says, "Look, they've gone to get guns. They're coming back to kill you." And he's like, "I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do," is his story. And I was like, "I know what you do. You call the police." And he laughed. He laughed and said, no. He said, I'm Latino. If you call the police clean up after us. They clean us up off the street, or they put us down on the street. They don't save us. That's like a white person could get saved by the police in Toronto at that time, but not a visible minority like him. And
so kind of a Black Lives Matter situation.
Well, yeah, to some extent. I mean, but not. I think his point was just that his upbringing didn't lead him to see police as a savior in these situations.
Yeah.
Whereas for me,
they've
only been a savior to me. They've only been good to me. They've only been helpful and kind and protective. But of course, that's my experience. That's my experience, right?
So you were never kicked out of a theater by the police. I see. Mm-hmm.
Well, you just had trouble all over you, didn't you? You were like probably blocking a fire exit or something, right?
Yeah.
Popo all over me all the time.
But they literally,
what I call
they escorted you out
now I'm imagining Gimpy G riding in a high-speed wheelchair chase with a bag of money slung over your back.
And we're trying to follow from a helicopter. What?
Yeah.
Actually, Gimpy G, you should tell Raccoon Noodles this story because it's kind of shocking.
Wait, she didn't know?
I don't think so.
Oh goodness. Okay,
Even I know this story.
Oh, do you? Oh, then maybe you do. Okay, I apologize. What do you mean even
well,
you
maybe
know?
There's a lot of people in chat that might not know because there's always new people.
And to be fair, Wolfpup's never missed a story. Never missed a day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I've missed an episode. I just haven't missed one since I joined.
Right. That's because you're awesome, dude.
It annoys me how you keep saying I've never missed one. It's weird.
But you haven't missed one since you showed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Tell the story, and I'll tell you if I know it or not.
Yeah, sorry. But let's stay on topic.
Okay, so I had always gone to the theater here in town, even from the time that I was little, and people carried me rather than me having a wheelchair. So everybody knew I was going to be here and I have a specific spot I could go to. There was 3 rows up that wasn't too tilted, and then I didn't block any avenues or anything. And the owner actually taught their kids all that. Well, they sold the theater, but they had never made any upgrades for accessibility like they should have. But the only person in town that was going to make a fuss would have been me, and we had that all worked out. They would actually, if I missed a movie, like it was more of an adult movie like Master and Commander, they actually opened up the whole theater just for me when I could come in on an off hour.
And watch.
And they even got me made popcorn and everything.
Oh crap! That's amazing.
Right, I took a date there because that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
That's really cool.
I booked a theater for us.
I can just kind of go to the movie theater,
Right.
Chill.
I don't know how to say this nice-ish.
That's fine.
Like nicely. It's not rude though. But have you ever realized that this guy was? Wait, no, that's nice. That's a compliment to the guy. Have you ever realized that this guy is being really nice to you?
Yes, that guy was. Yes.
And you're
we were both being nice to each other.
A lot of people are like biased depending on how you are.
Right. Well, that same person prior to knowing me was actually at a parent-teacher conference when people were saying they weren't ever going to let me teach their kids, because I sued the school district and all that. So I don't know. We had, and then I did well by their kids. Their kid got really sick, and I helped them get caught up. It just, they knew me as a person rather than the disabled guy. Right. So they felt they right. And I went on my way for them. They go out of their way for me. There you go. But they sold it, and to a person who already owns like the other theaters within a 50-mile radius. So they were the last holdouts. They sold out. They actually introduced me to those people. They said, okay, this is Lance. He loves science fiction. He loves Marvel. It comes in all duded up. This is where he sits. They took him down there, and I met him there. Said, nice to meet you. I come to watch Captain Marvel, and they wouldn't let me sit there. And they don't have handicap seating, so I was going to have to go sit like they were going to leave the doors open, and I have to sit outside the theater. And I was like,
so what? So they leave the doors
go
open so
ahead.
you could technically see the film from the very, 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 very back.
Right, outside the back. No, you don't have speakers, or I
Right.
could hear it, but it wouldn't be surround sound and all
What
that.
did she say?
But
Yeah.
You know, you
Exactly.
might as well just watch it in your house.
I just got
Right,
I just got a really good idea for you.
Okay,
You
tell 'em.
should
Go ahead.
you should do something on Twitch called tutoring with Gimpy G.
I should. I really should.
It's a good idea.
I like that idea. I'll teach David all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Have you ever passed algebra, David? I can do that for you.
I don't even remember I don't remember the last math that I actually got. Anyways,
What
go
if
back,
we
go back
did
to your
that?
story. Wait a second. So,
Okay,
are
yes,
you allowed
back
to
to
say
the
what the
story.
theater's called?
Yeah,
No.
Cover Theater.
What's it
I
called?
don't care. They can bite me. Cover Theater. I understand.
Like Cobra?
Cover, as in under, Cover. Charlie, Oscar, Victor, Echo, Romeo.
Oh, wait, that's the sorry, that's very random. But you know what's that version?
Military code.
Military.
Yes, because voice activation software, if you want to correct the words, you use military rather than ABCD. So I learned it that way.
That's
It's
cool.
a classic cinema with current movies. Is that that's how they pitch themselves?
It was actually a theater where people during the cowboy days would, the traveling troops would come and they'd put on a vaudeville show or whatever.
Oh, really? Like a real old theater? I wish they had.
Yes, it had a stage.
I want to
Go
see
ahead.
pictures of the theater. I can't see. I'm thinking if I see any pictures of it. I'm trying to get
Well,
it's just nice to
and
get a
there's-
picture of it to see what it looks like.
Want to go
They
to
could have gotten
click on images maybe?
I'm looking and doing that now.
they could have gotten away with not fixing it up as a historic monument, right?
Yeah.
But what they made a mistake of is they tore up the whole joint and put in a bunch of smaller
Oh,
theaters.
they did that crappy Cineplex thing.
Right. So
Yeah.
after that, when they did that, it had to be updated to ADA standards,
Right.
Right.
but I didn't. But nobody's, there is no ADA standards police running around.
Hmm.
So
Right. It's kind of like that. I know this is very random, but the standards that like, if you have an old railing that's like too low, you don't have to like. Yeah.
right. So, but like I said, I went in to watch the movie. The movie has started, and they said I had to leave the theater, and I was like, I'm not going to leave the theater. I even said, well, go ahead,
So who
So
says
why
this
did you
to
have to leave the theater? Why did you
and
have
who
to
says
leave?
this to you?
because I was a danger.
Well, we know
Sorry.
that, but why more than?
We
more
know
than usual?
that, but why did you
Look,
have
you
to
burned
leave the
places.
theater?
Were they worried you were going to burn it
They said-
down?
Well, they said I was a fire hazard. Keeping in mind that for 20 years, that's where I sat. And for 20 years, people walked around me to go get their jujubes and all that.
Oh,
Right,
I
right.
see what you mean. You mean that like the idea is that you could possibly block people from leaving?
Yes, basically, I was the wall,
Right.
and I'm impervious to movement. And
Oh, right,
nobody
yes.
could crawl over me or push me out of the way.
So they were
No,
worried
no, no,
about
no,
the
no.
rules.
Of course not.
They were worried about the rules that covered the fire
The
exits,
fire
but
laws,
not
right.
worried about the rules that said you were supposed to have a seat that would have been properly accessible. So
And
they
that,
chose
I
those
tried to
rules.
tell them.
Right.
I said, why are you selecting that rule
Mhm.
as opposed to the right? That's
Right.
so.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're gonna leave, and I was like, well, because I have my sister there and nephew, and if they even touched me, it was going to become extremely problematic.
Right.
So they said, well, you're leaving. And I was like, well, I'll only leave if they're, the police come and take me out. And then the whole time, because
Oh,
she
you
said, okay,
you had to say it, didn't you? Sorry.
I had to say it. Oh, I was so scared because I was like, oh crap! If they ask me to put my hands behind my back, what the hell? They're going to shoot me.
Hmm.
They're going to say, oh, you're not submitting.
Hmm.
You
but
can't.
anyway.
I can't.
I can't do it. I can't put my hands up. He was
Hmm.
reaching for a weapon. Anyway,
Captain Catherine says, little
so-
do they know that Gimpy brings the fire.
I bring it.
He doesn't
So-
stop people
and
from
I'd
getting
like
out.
to-
He means- yeah.
I'd love to tell you I was like this superhero. Trenton was a superhero.
Mm.
He ran and jumped up on that stage, you know. And
Oh yeah,
Adam
like the
Quirk-
little they have that
yeah.
little mini stage in front of the theater, in front of the screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ran, jumped up there, and was telling the whole theater what was up.
Mm.
And they're kicking his uncle out strictly because of his disability. One freaking guy, who was probably in that trucker convoy. He
Who's
was
in the
like, leave the guy
freedom?
alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, right. He was so cool. He was like this one guy, total redneck. Leave him alone, let him watch the movie, man.
Is that what they said?
That's right.
We just want to
Yes.
watch a movie. Yeah.
Let him watch a movie. Then there's other people. We're trying to watch a movie here. Hello. It's not about you.
Oh, what?
Yes.
We're trying to watch a
So-
movie. It's not about you. Oh, don't you love
Yeah.
people? Just gives me a warm, fuzzy
I
feeling.
love people.
They're all
I
like
so love them.
superheroes. Yeah.
So, and that was the sentiment on Facebook. I tried, you know, my brother-in-law tried to get it all straightened away. Just, you know, by talking.
Mm.
And it just did not work. They, even following that, so I said that, okay, I'm going to really, really punish you now. Because, you know, I'm going to sue you if you look me up. I've done so successfully 3 times, blah, blah, blah. You know, because I was heated.
Right.
And they got sad. They're calling me on the phone, and if you do that, there won't be a theater for anybody in town to go to watch movies. They'll have to drive 50 miles to watch a movie.
Mm.
So I'm like,
to one of the other theaters we own.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I did well because they said Hollywood had a big standard on that, and if I did that, they wouldn't send them movies anymore, right?
What? Sorry.
Well, that's what they told me.
Hollywood's not going to send the movies because they kicked you out of the theater.
Yes. That's
So
what
don't
they
tell
said.
them. So don't tell them that we.
Right.
Talk about gaslighting. Holy crap, Gimpy! How
Well,
could you be
and
so
then,
selfish?
But I did think about it, and there is not that much to do in Morgan. So I said, okay, fine. I'll just let it go. And you guys let it go, we'll just let it go. And they were still jerk-offs to me. Like writing letters to the paper, writing letters to Facebook saying, just what a giant hunk of crap I am.
Really?
And everybody's jumping on board. Yeah, I'm like, holy smokes. I don't know.
Geezer
It's just interesting.
Sorry,
Yeah.
quickly. Geezer Geek, I will try and catch your stream. If I'm in school, I'm sorry.
That's what I was just typing a goodbye to Geezer Geek. Okay, so
Yeah.
Bye, Geezer.
So how did you leave it then?
I just left it completely unsatisfactorily.
So you didn't want to take everyone's. You didn't want to be that guy who killed the theater in downtown Morgan.
Right. Well, I thought we had
But couldn't they
achieved
have
something.
couldn't they have just set something up? Like they don't have to go all out on the
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So they tore out 3 chairs where I sat, right?
Hmm.
And they put, you know that tape you put up, do not cross this line, that yellow tape?
Yeah.
So they put that up.
Yeah.
Because, and that was going to be the pageantry. Because I went to go watch, what was the last Avengers mini? Infinity War?
Yeah.
No, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Not Eternal. No, it was Avengers.
Yeah.
It was the
Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Endgame.
At least I know the name, even though I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
so-
the 3-hour movie? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. And so I went there, watched the movie. I was embarrassed to hell because they on purpose tore out that spot and then corded off like 20 seats. You know, I felt like maybe like a leper or something like that.
Or
Because,
celebrity. It's all how
Or
you,
a celebrity.
It's just how
too.
you set your mind to it. Yeah, okay.
I wish I had the David set of mind.
See, that's it.
It's like,
I just
ooh,
assume
I
everyone's
must
just
be important.
Yeah, that's what my assumption is always. Yeah. Okay, so basically they're
yeah.
like, okay, you want a spot? We'll give you a spot, and we'll shine a light on you. It's like that scene in
Yes.
Steve Martin's, whatever it is, Lonely Guy, where they go, table for one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Got it.
So it's like that. But I was
Table for
still
one,
okay.
no one.
Yeah.
I was still okay. I had even contacted attorneys
Yeah.
and got that all set up, but I was like, okay, fine. And then they continued to press well, that's the problem with the world. All these people think the world revolves around them and they don't care about other people. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh.
Well, what the heck? Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
I even said, well, it was said, like my brother-in-law said, what's the difference between this and the lady who was, told to ride in the back of the bus? Now she's a hero, but Lance is a piece of crap, that kind of stuff, And they're like, oh, it's nothing like racism. Okay, I guess.
It's just
It's
discriminating against someone for how they are. Okay.
Right.
Well, and there's the assumption, the thing that I really struggled with when I first sort of started exploring assistive tech and stuff was this idea that, we've designed the world in our own image, right? So straight white men have designed for a long time, were the ones who designed everything, from the technology to the architecture to the street system to all that stuff. So why would we design something that needs wheels to, you know what I mean? Like, so
right.
It's like, while you can say, okay, well, you're changing, you want me to change the whole theater for one guy, is not the point, really.
No.
We should change the theater so it's accessible to everyone, is the point.
Right. And that's, I think
it's
that's
the principle.
Equally.
Right. A lot of people are getting off track where they think, oh, they're changing the world that I grew up in and I'm accustomed to. And that's a bad thing by itself, but it's not. A person, anything that I could use, other people could use.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if it's good enough for a wheelchair, you can definitely squeeze your butt in there. So, yeah, and it's just a matter of, like you said, giving opportunity to other people. I don't know. And all these people, keep in mind, if they had a disabled kid, they would suddenly turn into an advocate, right?
I remember there was a comedian. No, it was a writer. I remember there was a writer who I really liked who would mock all this nonsense, as he would put it, about peanut allergies. Then he had a kid with peanut allergies, and all of a sudden he had to take it very, very seriously. So all of a sudden he wasn't mocking people for not putting peanut butter in, for not allowing peanut butter into classes and stuff.
Yeah, that's the one thing when people talk about, like, sure, even I wish that I could have brought in, like, some, like, it's easy to, nuts are good protein and stuff, but, like, I understand that there are people who will die. But let's,
Watcher raises a really good point too. Men have designed most of the public buildings, and thus there are always about 10 times the lineup for women bathrooms than there are for men.
God, women's bathrooms. Oh, God. You know what? Not even the women's bathroom. The lines for bathrooms. Waiting in line for a bathroom is like the worst thing ever.
Oh, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. But invariably, the women's room is always more crowded than the men's.
That is true.
Because the men's can get in and out much faster. They're designed specifically for that. Maybe there's a different way of designing. I don't even want to get into that. But maybe there's a better, like, is there a way to have a urinal for women of some sort? Like a system that's easier for women to get in and out.
Well,
but
they're civilized. Let's just face it. They're not animals like us.
Yeah.
True. Peeing up against the wall and stuff.
David.
Watcher asked another question is whether or not I'm the only wheelchair-bound person in this town. And I think we have about 20,000 people with the surrounding area and stuff. But, and my mom was actually, after I was teaching and stuff, was approached to be in a support group for mothers, because I had, quote unquote, made it, and they were all worried that their kids were forced to stay home, weren't included, and they weren't like us. They weren't pushy and willing. Okay, you're not going to give me right. I guess I'll take it. That kind of stuff.
Well, and this
and they're
sorry.
Is
Go ahead.
everything okay over there? I hear alarms.
Yeah, my sister is the worst submarine driver, so we crash every once in a while. It's her hours or something like that. It tells her to check in or check out.
I was going to say that it's something I just thought of about while you were saying that was that the idea also that, so you change the theater so that it's accessible to all. So then all of a sudden you have more people who can go to the theater.
Right.
And you have more people
Right.
that can move into
You just
Fort
increased
Morgan.
business by 200.
Yeah.
Well, not 200%. You just increased business. There you go.
And do you want Fort Morgan to
Right.
be a place where that is just like that's just like a no-fly zone for people with any kind of disabilities? I mean, that's
that's kind of the way it is.
What?
Unless you're willing to be intrusive, you're going to stay home. Even in the school system, there are kids in there, but you wouldn't believe all the stuff that got turned up during discovery and my lawsuit and stuff. It was awful.
Really?
Wait,
What?
what
Kids
lawsuit
with,
did you have? Sorry.
it's Carr versus School District RE3. So if you go and look at that, I actually am taught in law school.
Really?
So that's
We're
cool.
looking it up. How do you spell it? What's the deal?
CARR versus School District RE3, or it might be Fort Morgan School District. It's pretty old.
You know what's really
was that?
sad is I spelled school wrong.
Oh,
Nice.
I was just curious. What was the lawsuit about?
Okay.
Oh, Morgan. There you go. Oh, sorry.
They started under Bush in 1992. They made a law that you couldn't keep somebody from a job or not hire them if they could do the job with reasonable accommodation.
Right.
Right. So, I couldn't be a football star because that would
Right.
be unreasonable. But could
That
I
makes
teach
sense.
mathematics? Right. Well, they argued that I couldn't be a mathematics teacher because reasons.
Did you win?
So,
Sorry.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
I thought of that when Baz was talking because the guy that got the job instead of me had to take the calculus 3 different times, had failed it, and I was so nice to him because I felt bad for him because part of the whole thing was we had to argue that he was inferior to me
Oh,
for the
yeah.
job. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that kind of sucks for the guy because it's
It
probably
does.
not really. It's not him that's doing this, right? And it's kind of like,
Right.
sorry.
But good news though is he's a piece of crap because we always pass
Oh.
each other in the hall. He'd be like crippled bastard. I'd be like dipshit.
Oh,
And we were
okay.
just-
Well, at least
it
he's
was-
not a good
yeah.
person. That's great
Right.
for me.
Right. It was a real neat ritual.
I think
You know,
I found the
team building.
case text. It's Carr versus Fort Morgan School District.
Correct.
But
No, okay. Honestly, good thing he wasn't.
but I don't
if he
even,
wasn't a
it's so
good
funny.
person,
I'm reading it
yeah.
and I don't understand it.
Well, it's even.
Do you mind if I put a link for
dude,
people to look at?
Go ahead. I am so brave, David, because I went to work there. They had to provide an assistant, according to the judge, right? And they refused to allow me to give input on who the assistant would be. So I had no idea. This person was supposed to theoretically take me to the bathroom, feed me, all that stuff, right?
Right.
And I had zero input. They also tried to make a rule that my family couldn't come on campus to take me home at lunch so
Why?
they could take me to the restroom. Because they're jerks, dude. They're trying to.
They
does
want
that
to
make
make it.
sense?
They want to make it as difficult as possible so that you'll go away and they can go back
Right.
back to the way things were.
And things just kept getting worse for him because they hired somebody they thought was a big, dumb Shrek guy. And he was big and he was Shrek-like, but he was awesome. So we got along great. And he loved sci-fi. He
Oh, did
stopped
he?
being a farmer and became a second grade teacher because of me. Woohoo.
Shut the front door.
Well, and, you know,
That
yeah,
was
he
such a
loved
that little that was such a gleeful giggle there, just kind of like, ha ha,
Evil
take
giggle.
that.
It's an evil giggle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, and then so once that started working, what happens? They get rid of him. Remember, it's not I can't do anything. They actually promoted him because he was ginormous, so they made him head of school security.
Of course.
So then they bring me somebody else that they thought was going to be a real old school curmudgeon lady.
Mm.
Her husband was like a gym teacher his whole life. Guess what? We get along swimmingly. So
Oh,
You're turning
and
them
they
one at
keep-
a time. You crack them.
right, one at a time. The principal, the vice principal, had to evaluate me. He gave me the top marks for teaching. Come observe me and all that.
Hmm.
So they got rid of him. Now he quit, and he came to me and said, I'll never say this in court, so don't bother. But they're trying to get me to blow you up on your rating, and I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to go be a vice principal in Arizona.
Yeah, but that's like, or you could just
Well-
stand up for what you believe in. But I
Right.
guess I shouldn't blame
But
them.
you
I
would
guess
believe
it's a
how many
different.
people duck and cover.
Yeah,
They
no.
duck and cover a lot.
And I know, and it's not entirely fair because I don't know what his situation was. But
yeah, and the other thing is the one thing, if the option in legal court would be to sue, I don't know, but I've heard, well, GMPG, but did you sue or?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You'd probably
to get the job. That's
apparently-
how he got the job in the first place.
Oh well, apparently
Yes.
suing for it's really hard to do. And
It's massively hard,
Oh, first time
especially at
chat.
school.
first time,
Too much
First
media.
time chat.
Hello, too much media. Everyone say hi. Hello.
Hi.
All right,
Hi.
sorry. Yes, lawsuits are they're expensive too, aren't they?
yeah,
Or-
they're expensive. And the other thing is,
Yeah.
especially if you would already like another. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey, baby.
Just from that guy's perspective, if the option was to sue, it's
If we
expensive.
lost,
I'll
if
wrap
I
it up.
Yeah.
lost, I had to pay their bills and my bills.
But because
and-
you won, does that mean you got they paid your bills?
Then the other way around, yes.
Ah.
But-
I've just been reminded that we've got a guest coming for dinner, and I've been streaming for
I'm
almost
so
4
sorry.
hours.
Oh
No, it's not you. It's me. I just enjoy it. What's tomorrow? Do I have time to? No, probably not tomorrow. Maybe Thursday. Okay, look, I should wrap this up. I'm so sorry because it is actually really. This is it's something I'm really interested in because I think it's one of those weird things where I think there's obviously a clear right and wrong way of doing these things. There's also just a lot to take in, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things
Right.
that you could see them going like, but, so all right, look, I should wrap
It's
this up.
kind of why I'd like to talk to Jane, because I do feel like it's a good story. But
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I said this. You should write a book.
I know, but it's so hard.
Well, then you should.
I can sit here and talk about it. I don't know. It's so weird.
Well, we could do like I think I said this. We should just do like a chat where we just like record the whole thing and then just go speech to text. I've got
Thought
a
about that.
really
That's
good
Shut
speech
up.
to
mods,
text.
don't we?
We've also got to play some Magic the Gathering too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You call me on that, bud, because I'm never busy and
Well, wait a
So,
sec. Yeah, but
you
that's
just-
but when are like when is what I should find out when you're good for gaming at some point because when is a good time for Magic the Gathering for you?
wait, GMPG,
And-
are you
yeah.
retired now from teaching?
I like I said, they kept changing the people out.
Hmm.
So I actually sued them 3 different times.
Oh,
The second time we went to something called the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission,
Hmm.
and that guy said that they were going to break me because it's obvious that's what they're trying to do.
Right.
I mean, it was awful. I would show up to work, boxes would be stacked in front of my door, or my mailbox would be tore apart,
what the heck?
or my name tag on my parking space disappeared constantly. So I mean, it was a real concerted effort. And he said it's going to be miserable for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
Maybe you should just, we'll get them to pay you this amount, and then and it's such a little amount. I don't know. And so I didn't want to, but I retired on disability. So
Right.
there you go.
Okay.
But you're still able to teach though, right? I mean, you still like what is it, qualified to teach, or you have to requalify or something, or
I'm qualified to teach. Yes, I have the license and everything still. I just don't
license to teach.
like. I'm much more fatigable now. Like I don't know if I could last the whole day teaching
Whereas
150 kids.
You could before.
Correct.
You know why? Because you're old like me. You should start doing these shoulder exercises.
Exactly.
If you do the
And I was
shoulder
like,
exercises
oh,
like
my
me,
shoulders.
that'll be.
My shoulders.
Oh.
I cannot possibly teach.
All right, I am so
How
sorry
do
to
I
break this
teach
up because
these
this is
kids?
Oh, don't worry
Okay.
about it.
amazing.
I have a book to read anyways. Yeah.
What do you
Why,
read? What do you got?
everybody?
What do you read?
Oh, somebody is complimenting you.
What? Why?
Too much media. Too much media said, can't believe David Hewitt said hi to me. I love your work.
I know. I'm amazed that it's true. Especially.
You're making
David.
dreams come true, David.
See, that's it.
Making dreams
I'm
come
the
true.
dream maker. The dream maker? The dream breaker, if you ask my son.
Accept the compliment.
Thank you very much. I'm not good at accepting
There you
compliments.
go.
Yeah. But thank you so much for your compliment. I'm too British for compliments. I just get too uptight. There's another first-time chat from Towering Inferno, good name, who says, have a great night, kind sir. Thank you for bringing so much joy to people's lives. Jeez, man, I'm going to get a big head. Okay. Thank you very much, Towering Inferno. Everyone say hi to Towering Inferno because obviously they have fantastic taste in people. So I'm going to say
Bye.
I suggest you change your taste.
we should change your taste. And Raccoon Noodles, thank you. Welcome back. It's been
Oh
way
yeah,
too long.
sorry.
And
I've
Vibe
been
Pup. Sorry, you've been.
I've just been very busy lately. I feel like every time we have Tech Bandits, it seems to be I'm outside or something.
It's like homework time or getting out of the house time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
For me, it's chill time.
But I'll join. I'll join when I can.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you for doing it. Vibe Pup, as always, thank you for being the rock that keeps Tech Bandits live happening.
True.
Yay!
Gimpy G. Hopefully next time you'll have something better to do. That's but thank you for coming.
I love this. I love talking
So
to
do
you
I.
guys, like the people.
Oh,
Great.
it's fantastic. I love it. And I love that you can give us a perspective on stuff that, that we just don't have as well. So that
Yes.
whole lawsuit thing is just wild to me because it's just a whole other way of looking at that. It's another reason for me to hate the educational system.
Right.
Stay in school, kids. All right. So be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Until we geek again, I will say cheerio.
Cheerio.
Try to wave my arms.
Bye.
And adieu.
Bye, everybody.
And huzzah. Bye.